Good evening, y'all.
You sound like the news, like the weather. Good evening.
Good evening. This is Chet You Betcha. Coming live with the Pressa Show. And keep my wife's name out
God,
your
man.
fucking mouth.
And that part too, though.
You've been practicing.
What's up? Tell him.
Well, you were doing the intro. I was waiting for you.
Well, who we got here today? We got the boy.
Yeah.
We got the boy. Bam, bam, bam. DJ Swanzy.
Cue the smoke.
Yeah, we here, man. Fresher show, big strawberry vibe. You know what we doing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
Jasmine, London, we here. What's
We're
up?
excited to have you. Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man. It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
And I don't know why it just clicked. Literally right now at this moment that because the Swanzy, the swan.
Yeah.
It just clicked. I was like, oh.
Come on, man. I'm a branding guy.
That's a branding genius.
I'm a branding
Did you
genius.
realize that before though? Like
Yes,
the swan,
yeah.
the swan.
Come on,
of
man.
course, of
It's
course.
everywhere.
Because the emoji, it's perfect. Like there's an emoji, there's everything
There's
for it.
everything
It's
for
It's
it.
what we call branding, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Marketing,
We were
branding
talking about
101.
that a little bit earlier.
London's an expert now,
I'm an expert now. He taught me. He
So
taught me
why
the
is
most.
swan? Is there like actual meaning for that? Is that
Yeah,
your
like
favorite?
my African name is Papa Swanzy.
Ooh.
So like when I was coming up with my DJ name, it was I'm gonna tell people my government name. I don't give a fuck. But my government name, my first name is Eugene Papa Swanzy Hammond, right? So like when I was coming up with my DJ name, it was like DJ Gene, nah. DJ Ham, nah. DJ Papa, nah. DJ Swanzy. I was like, oh shit. It just
I
you know
saw
what I'm
that.
saying? So like it just slipped real good, and like, I was working with different artists back in the day, and I'll tell my boy, his name is December. I was like, bro, just make me some DJ tags. Yeah, December. I was like, make me some DJ tags. Like, let me see what you got. So, like, back then it was DJ Swansea. And then, like, my boy December made me a tag. And then he made one. It was like, Swansea.
Yeah, that's
So
shit.
someone, how does that work? So someone makes that? So is
Yeah.
there someone saying that or no?
Yeah, it's my boy, actually, December. I told him, like,
He said it himself?
Yeah, so it's like,
Oh.
DJs get DJ drops from different artists and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So he made me, like, a couple of drops. And first,
know
like, my
how,
main
like,
job was, like, my main job was...
Boomin' want some more.
Yeah,
nigga.
Yeah.
So, like,
My
my...
goes London on the beat.
London on the
Or
track,
something
yeah.
like that, yeah.
So like my boy, he made DJ Swansea on the beat. Like he made different like
I'm trying to
variants.
figure it out.
Yeah, so it was like he made one. He was like Swansea, and it's crazy because I used to use DJ Swansea in the club, and then one time, I just kept. I was like, let me switch it to the Swansea, and when I
just stuck.
used it, it just stuck. People was like Swan. Everybody kept saying Swansea.
That's what I would always
Yeah.
So
So it
your
just.
homie, like helped you out with that. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, my homie helped out with that. We have a record together too. It's called Roller Coaster with December featuring LA. It's on Apple, Spotify, whatever. You can check it out. But he really I just linked up with him the other day, but I was like, bro, you should really get some royalties out this track. You really like cater my sound, like, and he know though, like, but we still cool, like, to this day.
When
That's
we
my
saw
boy.
you last Saturday at the Vibe,
Yeah.
even when it said Swan, London, like right when it said, he's like, London's like, I love that.
Yeah.
When every time you
It
hear
brings you
Swansea,
back.
he's
It
like,
brings
I
you
love
back
that
to the
shit.
good old days.
That's
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a good one, because it's like just stuck and everyone's like, they know you by like, Swan.
It's so crazy though you say that, because it's like I could be somewhere and nobody could know I'm there, right? But the moment I press that button, they know I'm there. Like they know I'm there. I could be anywhere. I could be anywhere.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, like nobody would be
If I
like I'm
hear
there.
that,
The
I'm
moment
like,
I'm getting like a whole bunch of text messages like you here.
Yeah, I didn't know. I
Like-
think I was out with Kirby too.
Yeah.
Just us two. And then like she heard it and she's like Swansea's here. She's like, let's go find him. She was
Yeah.
like, let's go. I think she
It'd be
was like
like that.
texting me, and then she was like, oh, he doesn't see us. She's like, let me walk up there.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, but that's the branding and the marketing part of like, my brand, when people start using that and saying that. And when I realized that was, I used that as my power, like that really helped me expand a lot, because that tag really is like, it helps me grow like tremendously.
It's your
everywhere.
slogan. It's
a slogan, yeah.
It's your,
It's
You know,
you. It's
it's
part
your-
of
it's
your
your
DNA.
ba-da-ba-ba-ba,
your bone
you know what I mean?
marrow.
Exactly. So yeah,
It's lit.
I've been using that ever since, and I haven't looked back. Like honestly, like even I feel like if I was to make like music and I put artists on and I use that Swanzy tag, it could be especially the way that it's received by so many others, I feel like people would just know like, oh, that's Swanzy. That's Swanzy's record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's just what it is right now.
So do you plan on? Well, I know you probably are. You do make beats then. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've been working on making beats, but I'll be executive producing a lot of records.
Okay.
So I'll be working with producers and I'll be working with artists. So mainly I'll be executive producing. The reason why I don't really produce right now because I feel like I should have started producing when I started DJing.
Yeah.
So the thing about, producing now is like when you learn something new, it takes time.
Yeah.
Everything takes time to master. You feel me? If I start now, I mean, I'm 26 right now,
You're gonna
but
be a little
maybe
bit
like
behind,
I'm gonna be a little behind, but why don't
But
I
you know,
just
I
work
bet you
with
got the
Not
ear
really,
for
though.
it
That's
though.
so young. 26.
I know, but
30 is like the new 21.
it is,
once you
but
turn
like,
30.
why don't I just work with people that already got it where
Yeah,
I can executive
true.
produce that?
Yeah.
It's just like, don't work hard, work smart. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't mind giving percentages to people that, is going to help me build my career. It's not really about the money. It's about the music. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'd rather put a record out that, could be a hit, right? They could get the percentage, but I could get paid off of the bookings.
Yeah, of course.
Swanzy come to London, we gonna give him 20,000 because he got that #1 record. But at the end of the day, they getting the royalties, but I'm getting the real check from the club because they want me to be there.
Yeah.
It's still my
a good
record
way.
though.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You gotta just think smart and different about shit like that. So I'm just like, I mean, I could produce and keep 100% of it, but I mean that's gonna take more work. But let me just work with producers and
You and London need to collab. London's a little freestyle.
yeah. What's up, like, what we talking about, my boy?
Have you guys ever been like hanging out and he just like starts?
Nah, he never showed that side of me. That side to me.
Next time,
Lenny, you a freestyler? You want to spit some bars?
I grew up freestyling my whole life, like
Yeah.
with everybody. I don't rap, but
Yeah.
Every time it's
freestyle.
like a song's coming on, if I put on like Janet Jackson, like how there's like usually like the song before she starts singing.
Yeah, the bridge, yeah.
Every time I'm like, oh, he's gonna start. Every time something.
He's shy. But that's good though. Like everything is crazy because my boy, he makes clothes. You know what I'm saying? He makes clothes. He's real into fashion. Shout out to my boy Shay. He just says like everything about everybody is about art. And art is about expressing
love
yourself.
that.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's so true.
No matter like the way you dress, the way you move, like how you just do everything is art, and that's how you express yourself. And so you can
living is an art.
yeah. So you can meet somebody and you could just see their soul and like feel how they move and how they express themselves, and that's how you can reciprocate the energy. And I was like, whoa, that's so powerful because I didn't really think of it like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I'm like, art is a beautiful thing because the way we live life is art. The way we express ourselves, the way we go about things, the way we dress, the way we do everything is art. You know what I'm
there's a
saying?
famous quote: "Life imitates art."
Yeah, it's everything is art. So I love the fact about
and
that.
that's what Will Smith said after because he was playing that character of the father from the Venus and Vanessa
Oh, I
Williams.
didn't watch. You watched that?
But that's
I've never
that
seen
movie,
the
right? That
I've
movie
never
that
seen
came
the
out.
movie, but that's what he won the Oscar for.
Yeah.
And the father was like real protective of his daughters and shit, and then he ended up smacking Chris Rock, and then
Wait, I'm gonna get to that later though. That's a good point, but I don't want to bring that up just yet, just quite. But we'll save that
All
later.
right, bet.
I want to get a little bit more into you. So,
Okay.
where are you from? Where are you born and raised?
All right, so originally I'm from West Africa, Ghana. You know
You
what
were
I'm saying?
born. Were you actually born there though?
I was born there.
oh,
So yeah, I was born there. That's the
Whoa.
crazy. So I really been in America for 16 years.
oh,
But I mean that's a long
Wait,
time.
do
Don't
you
get
know
it.
That's a long time, but
I know Izu.
Are you? I mean, I don't. Sound,
Izu-
I don't mean to sound ignorant, but are you guys from the same place?
No. Izu is Nigerian,
Nigerian.
okay.
but I'm from Ghana.
yeah,
But the thing about
Are they
African
close?
culture is like once you're African, you're African.
you're just African.
You just connect, because
But
we eat.
but you guys are both considered African, right?
Yeah, so we
Okay.
kind of eat like similar foods and stuff like that.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just connect on that level of being African. When Africans connect, we know the culture,
You know,
the roots.
yeah.
Everything is kind of like the same. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's kind of like maybe if you went to America and there was someone from Ohio and someone from California, but they meet in Germany.
Right.
Like you guys still have things in common.
Yeah,
and
things in common.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, so like I grew up in Africa. Like I was really born there, raised out there till I was 10 years old. And then me and my mom, we came out here. You know what I'm saying? And then like I went to elementary school out here. I went to middle school out here, and I went to high school out here. I'm not gonna lie, when I went to elementary school, I didn't really know much.
Yeah, what was it like being like from Africa and first coming here?
I'm not gonna lie. When I came out here, the FIFA World Cup was going on, and Ghana was
Ooh.
playing America.
Oh shit!
So that was a prime time.
you
So
were
my
like-
fourth,
You were holding it down.
I was holding it down. My fourth grade teacher would put on the TV like Ghana playing America. Like, oh, we got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We got
the
the
kid from
international.
Ghana,
Yeah,
you know,
and
so
my
let's throw it
English
on.
wasn't really good or anything like that, so I was just trying my best to like
That's
you
love,
just
though.
fit
That's
in.
cool. That's
My
do
grades
you,
were
so
ass.
you speak another language then?
I speak, yeah, it's called Fanti and Tree.
There we go.
You know, it's an African language. A lot of people don't know that,
That's
but
so dope.
yeah.
Do you
so
know
use
what?
it
Do you know how to
often?
say swan in?
it's Swan. Like,
It's
you know
just
what I'm saying? It ain't no
He's like,
different.
wait, he's like, get this.
Yeah,
Swan.
yeah, it's Swan. But like a lot of people, like ever since I came out here, like I had to everything I learned in the American culture, I had to learn. Mm-hmm. That's what people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I had to
So
learn.
you had to
everything.
learn English.
I knew a little bit of English, but I had to learn. Like for example, when I was in 5th grade, one time, like you know, I went to a party with one of my friends, and you know, they were skateboarding and stuff, and somebody fell. You know what I'm saying? I had did something. I forgot what I did, but when I came back to school, one of my guys was like, "Oh my God, like you know, Eugene Swan, like what you did over the weekend was hilarious." You know, I just kind of laughed it off, but I didn't know what that word meant.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So like everything I had to learn, I had to look it up. I had to look up what hilarious mean. I mean that was funny. You know what I'm saying? Every word, everyything I came across, everything
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
I really had to
You had
evolve.
really, like,
That's
teach,
Yeah, I
teach
really had to
yourself.
evolve, even with the music stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think about it, I'm
Oh,
from Africa.
that's a whole different-
I don't
different
know.
rhythm.
I don't know American music. I don't know what the 80s sound like. I don't know what the 70s sound like.
Yeah.
And the 60s and stuff like that. So with the
That's
music stuff,
true.
yeah, there's a lot of people that have in-depth music, like that know deeper, because they grew up. Their parents was like
Yeah.
raised
I
on it and
want to
stuff
hear
like
some
that.
African music. I gotta hear some.
Yeah,
or
that's
you
like-
gotta show us something.
Yeah, that's
after.
like some Afro beats. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like the
like,
stuff.
I'm thinking of Caribbean, like you know, like the Caribbean girls, like the Rasta. Is that
Like
that's the name,
Rastafari,
right?
it's
That's
like
the
more.
same,
It's
right?
more like Afro beats and what's like actually going on right now. Like people are actually appreciating Afro beats and Wizkid and Burna
Oh
Boy.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Wizkid.
Wizkid is that Afrobeat?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Afrobeat. That's like all
wow.
African stuff. So I grew up on that. So like when I came out here, it wasn't really that popular. But like as I started got into music and stuff like that, they appreciate. I had to learn like this is how we do it. I really went through phases of going to like people's like family functions and hearing this is how we do it. I'm like, oh, that's the record that make people move.
yeah, if you
Hearing
even know,
Poison
like,
by
that's the
Bella.
one.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I really had to study
Yeah, 'cause
everything.
that
So when
was-
people like try to criticize me about my DJing shit, I really be like, bro, I'm not from here.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
do people criticize you? You're
They
so
don't.
good.
They don't. Yeah. I feel like I'm okay, but like the people like they don't understand where I'm from.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
they don't
what?
understand. Like I
Yeah.
have to really
No,
learn.
Hearing this right now, like it really puts in a different. Like I look
Yeah,
at you different. You're like,
perspective.
whoa.
Yeah.
Like, you
'cause
really taught. You're like
I've
self-taught,
taught myself.
self-made.
I
Like,
taught myself. I had
and
to
you
listen
came
to
from somewhere else when you were 10 years old.
exactly. Like I didn't
Thrown
know
to the Tigers,
nothing.
and you're like, I'm gonna make it happen.
I remember when I got off the plane, like coming through LAX, like the freeways, like go in the circles. Like I'm looking at that shit, like
What the-
whoa, like this is crazy. Like the lights, LA lights looking crazy.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I didn't even
big
eat.
city.
I didn't even eat American food for like the first year when I came out here. Pizza was nasty to me. Like everything was nasty. I was eating a lot of African food.
My
so.
breath. I said, pizza.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like I was
going
eating
to
a lot
a
of
whole
African
nother
food. Like they
country,
threw me my mom threw me a birthday party. Like my first year I was out here, they ordered like Pizza Hut or Domino's. Like I didn't even eat. I was eating African food. You
You're
know
like,
what I'm saying?
What is this?
Yeah,
You're like,
but-
no, thank you.
Exactly. But over the years, like I evolved, I learned, and I adapted to the environment, and I kind of like took it for what it was. I didn't start DJing until like my sophomore year of high school, honestly, and yeah, that's where it kind of started. But like I really learned, like I used to have an accent, like it's gone now.
Yeah.
Because like I grew up
Yeah.
learning
yeah.
English. When you in your country, you're always speaking your language,
Yeah.
right? You're always practicing it, like you know what I'm saying. So when you come to a new territory, you're not speaking your language no
Yeah.
more. You really want to learn English,
Because I've known some people who have like lived somewhere else and never lost their accent. So what is
Yeah.
that? What is that about?
Because
you think?
it's like they came here when they were older. I came here when I was younger. I came here when I was 10
that's
years
Yeah,
old.
you adapt quick. When you're a kid,
When you're
like
a kid,
sponge.
your
Yeah.
brain and your
Sponge,
mind
yeah.
it really moves faster than when you come here when you're
Does
like
it
20.
come out sometimes if you're like mad, talking fast or something?
Nah, not really. I
Never?
feel like I
Oh, okay.
adapted. I
Yeah,
adapted.
you-
You
So
know,
when
I
you speak
16?
font,
yeah,
Fonty?
Fonty.
When you speak it, do you sound like whitewashed or you can
Nah,
still?
I sound like
like-
African.
okay.
I speak it to like my mom,
Just your
my dad.
family?
Yeah, my mom, dad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't practice it every day, so I've kind of lost a little bit of words. But like,
okay.
I still understand the concept and everything you're trying to say to me.
Do your
you know?
parents still have accents?
my parents for sure have accents, you know,
they
because
came here
that's
older.
That's all they
yeah,
speak
they're
at
older.
home, right?
They came here when my mom does, my dad does, you know, but you know me, I don't. People, I wish I did because I feel like I'll put more girls.
Yeah, they be like, hold on, he
Like,
is
all
not
right,
from. He's
moving on.
he's a prince.
Yeah, like
Wait,
like
what's that freaking Eddie Murphy movie?
coming to America.
Coming to America, yeah.
Yeah, oh God,
Wait,
yeah.
so was that like the accent that they did in the movie, like the accent that?
Yeah, like
Mexicans
it was close. Like I really had an accent. Like I don't remember how, because I was so young, you know.
Yeah.
But that's where it came from. But when I tell everybody I'm from Africa, they're like, "No, you're not." Like people like you're black. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
wait, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But I'm
wait.
really like I'm about to go to Africa in December this year, like visit my country and shit like that. But you
You know
know,
where we want to go?
Where?
Is Morocco,
yeah, I should go over
and
there.
that's in. Is it in North or
That's in
South
Africa for
It's
sure.
in one. It's like
It's like North
or s-
Africa, I think.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
No,
But I want to
no.
go there.
Yeah.
And every time I tell people I'm like Morocco's in Africa, they're like, no. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
I
it's in
swear it
Africa.
is.
Yeah, it's in Africa. Africa is a beautiful continent. That's what people don't understand. That you
Yeah.
gotta appreciate like the culture and everything that comes with it. And like everybody in Africa is so happy and joyful. Like even I remember when I used to go to school in Africa, like they would whoop us. You know what I'm saying? And but
Whoa.
we used to be in assemblies, and like you know we would sing with joy. And like our in the
I love
morning
that.
we have like all the children line up from like grade 1 to like 12th grade, and we'll do the national anthem, we'll sing like, and it felt like just a beautiful soul of like just everybody, you know,
Oh,
everybody be
yeah.
singing the same thing.
So
Like
much,
it,
but so much different like energy flowing.
Yeah.
yeah, it's so
That's
much
different
different
Than
energy.
United
Different
States
energy.
energy.
Yeah,
It's
facts.
so draining.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
Western
yeah.
culture is
The-
different and plus it'll have you thinking like Africa is like just all like mud huts and shit, but that's
Yeah,
not,
no.
Like Africa's
Yeah.
like they got
I've met and then also some depends on somewhere in Africa they can have like British accents, like straight
But the British, the colony of British, like took us over basically.
yeah,
Oh,
South
okay,
just like they did in
yeah.
America.
Yeah, like
kinda
you know the slavery shit, like all that shit, like the
Yeah.
British
'Cause
colony
I was in
took us
Florida
over.
one time. I had like an Uber driver, and I'm like, are you from London? And she's like, actually, I'm from Africa.
Exactly. If you go to London, there's
Yeah.
a lot of African people out there
Africans,
yeah.
because the
Yeah.
British, the UK, the British people really came to Africa and you know colonized our people, took them over. Like that's why a lot of people go to London, UK, and you know Amsterdam, all those places because those are the places that they took our people to kind of like you know get you know basically what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
talking
that's
about.
what they
So. You know,
And
I
the
love
sugar
London. I
cane.
love.
Growing up, did you have like some people with British accents like around you? Or you don't remember that?
No, I don't remember. I don't really remember that, but
recall,
I
okay.
just know like when even I connected with some African people that in London, and it's like we like African people just connect.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like a soul
yeah.
tie. You know,
Yeah.
we connect.
Yeah, I know a few Africans
Yeah,
from
it's like in
London.
your DNA.
Like you'll
Yeah,
get
it's
there
just-
all
it's-
over.
Your ancestors.
When you're African, it's like everything doesn't matter. You're African.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
African.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's good. We know
What's
where
crazy
we
is
come
because my
from.
dad is black, but I would never know what part of Africa,
He's
was
from. You gotta do that little test. You
I
know
gotta
what I'm
do, like,
saying?
a test.
But there's also what is there? You said that you told me there's like different Africans. There's like African American, and then like pure.
Yeah, there's like African
There's
Amer- there's
pure
Afri-
yeah, yeah.
Africans, right? Or something.
Well,
That's what London
There's,
told me.
there's African Americans. African Americans is basically the Americans that don't know where they're from.
Yeah.
And then there's
Like
Africans
the
that know where
descendants
they're
of
from.
slaves. Like
You know, the slaves. So
what I
like they came here, but they don't know their roots. I mean, I'm
Oh.
happy that I know where I'm
Yeah.
from. I know my my backyard. Like I lived there for 10 years.
Yeah.
I could go back. I have friends still out there that I could go visit. You
their
know what I'm saying?
ancestors just ran faster than us.
Exactly.
Oh God, like,
Let's
yo.
race right now, Swanzy.
No, we were
Hey,
stuck
what-
there, my
what-
boy. We were stuck there. They left us over there. Y'all came on the boat. We were
Hey,
stuck there.
They probably told us too. Like,
Yeah.
hey, y'all come to America. We
Yeah,
probably
come
like,
to-
oh, let's go.
Yeah.
The hell no.
Wait, so what are some African dishes? Like you said that you.
So we have fufu and goat soup. You know, we have jollof rice. Nigerians and Ghanaians always battle about who jollof rice is better. You know what I'm
I
saying?
heard you don't use silverware. You just
We just eat, bro.
just
We
eat.
just eat. Yeah, we
Dip,
have
dip,
fufu.
dip.
Like fufu is like it's like soup and like just a little thing made with like banana and plantains, and you mush it up and then you eat it with the
Actually,
soup.
I've seen that on TikTok.
Plantain.
Someone
We
make
have
it.
plantains and we have beans. We have, we have like kelewele, which is like kind of like plantains like fried and stuff. Like it's a lot of different stuff in
That
Africa.
just sounds bomb.
It's
Do you eat
fire.
a lot of goats in your diet?
Goat, yeah, a lot. We use a lot of goat, you know, a lot of stew, like rice and stew. You know, it's a lot of different things we eat, but it's kind of like
A lot of South Americans also do a lot of plantains and beans and rice.
Exactly.
So that's something that I've noticed. Yeah.
Exactly. Like plantains, beans, and rice. Like I used to in this thing called gari. So basically, it'd be plantain beans, and the gari is like kind of like something you put on the beans, and then you mush it up and you eat it with the like. It's so crazy.
You're
Like,
not
Yo, you
gonna
make it
get
sound
hungry.
good.
like-
You make it sound good.
like, yeah.
Let
Nah.
me for sure fuck it up.
Dude,
It's
I'm
the
hungry.
culture thing, but it's good though. It's good. I think one thing it is like it's good to come from a different culture because when you come to America, it's
You're
different.
exotic. You're 100%. Like you're so.
Yeah, it's
You're foreign,
different.
you're foreign.
You see you see so many things. Like I feel like if I was born here, I wouldn't appreciate it as much.
Yeah, that's true.
But since I was,
yeah.
Like if
I
you
kn-
would have stayed back home, you'd be like, oh, this is like everyone's the same. Like
you
we're
know
not-
what it's
yeah.
like is in Africa, bro. You know what it's like in Africa, bro. When you need to go take a shower, sometimes, bro. There used to be electricity lights out, bro. You used to go take a pot, go to the well, go fetch water, get that water, put it in a pot, boil it, make it hot, get the cold water, put the hot water in the cold water, mix it up. That's hot water. Get a bucket, throw it on yourself, and you know what I'm saying? And take a shower.
man.
People peeing outside. Like it's
Yeah,
so
people-
much
people take it
different
for granted.
culture
Yeah.
and differences that you would never see that we do back home. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you come from that, when you're taking shits in like wells
Yeah.
and it's going down and you
But,
don't have to
like,
flush
All the
and,
way in the hole
You
and
know,
shit.
Did you feel like from what you can remember when you were home or when you grew up there? Like, did you feel like people seemed happier there than over here? Like happiness is so much easier out there because
Yeah.
you don't have to base it off of what car you drive, how much money you make, what's your job, where
Right.
do you live. Like, do you feel like happiness is different out
there's
there?
a lot of happiness in Africa because people are just genuinely just happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People
Like,
are
they
just
woke up, they're happy they woke up today and they're
just
breathing.
they're happy. There's so much joy. There's so much singing. There's so much rejoicing. There's so much. They love to be alive. And that's why you hear that shit in the music. You hear that shit, and when you hear them African
Even the
children,
dancing.
It's
even the
always
dancing,
it's
African
always
the
kids
dancing,
dancing.
the children
yeah.
singing.
Bro, that shit just makes you smile and watch it.
It
You're
does,
like, damn.
it
Yeah, no, the children dancing, like that's really like a form of like therapy for them. Like it's really
An
all
escape.
about the music,
Yeah.
the feel of all that shit. Like that shit is different. So when you go back home and you see everybody dancing, you see everybody singing, they're not worried about anything,
No,
bro.
it's a simple
They're
life.
not-
That's what I love
Simple
about
life.
Simple.
Everywhere out of country, I feel like
It's
even
not an easy life, but
And
it's a simple life. You
Simple,
know what I mean?
bro.
And sometimes I feel like maybe that's the answer. I don't know.
Yeah,
Every time I've
simplicity
traveled-
can be like bliss.
It's a big-
you know
it's
what
a
I
Anytime
mean?
I've
thing.
traveled out of the country, and every time it's always, even when I've gone to Thailand, it's like a crazy country too. It's Mohammed. What the heck? It's always. I'm saying it's just always like when you're out there, like everything's so simple. That's the word that you use. Like everything's so easy. Life is so easy. But here in
Yeah.
the States, it's just crazy. Like
Yeah, especially
you're-
like
you
LA.
just
Like
pay
you're,
so
you're
much
it-
for like and for what?
a
you
place
know?
like
to look
LA
cool
is
in
you
front
got
of people, or
you got
to-
the poverty, you got poverty, and then like top of the line rich. So you got people over here like, oh, why don't I got this? Why don't I got this? Why don't I got this? When like you could be somewhere where everybody just don't got shit, and so like it just makes it more simple, and you just don't, you're not looking at
Yeah,
the
and
next
that's
person.
the thing. That's the thing with you. It's like it's with like gratitude. Like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like you gotta
very
sit
gratitude,
back.
that's a good word.
Like I sit back sometimes, and you know I'm 26 years old. You know, came from Africa when I was 10, and I'm like, you know, where I'm at in life right now. You know, where my parents at in life right now. Where my family is in at right now, and I just sit back and I think like, yo, I'm here.
Bless.
Like I'm doing it.
That shit's
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be like, what more do I got a roof over my head. I got food on my plate. My
Yep.
family love me. I'm good. I got a little sister that love me. You know what I'm saying? Like all my family in the medical field. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only
yeah,
DJ.
You can't be.
I'm the only DJ, but like I'm the outcast, but I'm still doing good for myself. And like you sit back and you think like, damn, where's everybody else? You know what I'm saying? And I tell my mom all the time, like, there's not a lot of 26-year-olds out there doing the things I'm doing.
Yeah.
I took a chance on me.
Yeah.
You know, and I went to school. I got my bachelor's degree in health science, minor in communication. You know,
Were they pushing you a lot to do the
the education stuff. Africans is always about education. You know, education, medicine, all that, because they want you to be great. You know, but me taking
you
it,
like a
you chose this
doctor.
life.
Doctor,
You
lawyer.
chose this life. You gambled like.
I gambled, but
You followed
But
like, what your heart was calling to.
and that's the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
about life too. I tell my mom too, and you know, I met one of my guys in college. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Shout out my boy Caleb. But it's just like when you meet the right people in life and they guide you through what life is all about, because they don't teach a lot of things in school. You know what I'm saying? So for the people to teach you the things that you need to know, the things that you need to level up, the things about business. You know, everything in America is about business. You know what I'm saying? So once you learn about business, once you learn about marketing, once you learn about, you know, what you need to do to make money, it's really simple. Life is really simple, you know. Using like, you don't need to use your own money, use the government's money. You know what I'm saying? You know, like
Yeah.
people think having a lot of cash is good, but cash is trash to me because I don't need cash in my bank like to hold and, you know, put it on my ear like that. Let that shit be in my
Like
bank
it comes
account.
and goes. Like it's not something that you
Yeah,
can really.
but I don't even need cash because if you got good credit, like you go to the bank give you $100,000 to do something else with your business, and you that's not even your money. That's the bank money. They give you a percentage.
And they don't teach you that in school.
No,
They don't
The
teach
most
it.
important things is not taught at all.
Exactly, and about taxes and everything else, like tax
you're
write-off,
right.
having a business, why a business is profitable more than having your own social security. You know, a whole bunch of different things that, you know, I've
I know
learned
what
from.
they're doing though, huh? Like I feel like they purposely do that. Like,
They
to
do,
set
they
you
do
up
do
for
that, but you know that's why the rich are rich and the poor are poor.
Yeah.
Because
The
they
rich will
don't
tell
teach
each other this stuff.
exactly. What is it? Go to school, get a job, work a 9 to 5, rat race,
Yeah.
and then, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
Run
being
the
an
rat race.
being an
That's what school
entrepreneur,
is. It trains you to do that shit. It's
And
like
no shade
sit here
to
for 8
people,
hours.
No shade to people who do that because like
Yeah.
they're still hard workers,
yeah.
getting it
Yeah,
done no matter
no.
what.
yeah, and shout out to Gary Vee because I was watching a video with Gary Vee the other day. He was like,
yeah.
you know, most people that work their 9 to 5 that are doing the thing that they want to do, they love.
Yeah.
You gotta do something you love,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
If you love being a janitor, you love being a janitor.
You're
You know what?
good.
You know
Then
what
you're
my mom
good.
says? My mom says
Yeah.
it has to be a fuck yes in your soul.
Yeah.
Like you have to be like, fuck yes, I fucking love this.
love
Like
this.
Yeah.
you wake up every day and you're so fucking
Yeah.
excited. Like just like
Like I wake up every day.
If that's a 9 to 5 job, then that's
It could be
living your
anything.
life.
It could
And
be
it's
a
crazy.
personal assistant.
It's
It could
crazy.
be-
It's
yeah.
crazy because back in the day when I was really like, when I was really in college and I was really trying to figure everything out with my mentor, he's my friend. Like, you know, I call him my mentor because he taught me so much. But he used to be like, Swanzy, like this life is so simple, it's so easy. There's only one thing you need to do. You need to go get a 9 to 5. When you get a 9 to 5, it's gonna make your life easier. Once you get to a point where you don't need that 9 to 5 no more, and you can support yourself, then you can get out of it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that because I'm always on a hustle mentality. Like I could get whatever I want. I was doing Ubers. You know what I'm saying? I was doing DoorDash. I was doing all types of shit. But once I got to 9 to 5, bro, and the
it slows
paycheck
you down.
and the paycheck was coming every 2 weeks, and I didn't have to worry about it. I knew that shit was gonna hit my bank account every time.
And also because between 9 to 5, you're not spending money at all.
You're gonna work and coming home and you eating. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have the discipline sometimes to be like, yo, I'm not. You know, I can spend money, but I'm gonna eat at home for the next month. You know, I'm gonna figure my stuff out because it's all about. A lot of people know how to make money, but a lot of people don't know how to manage their money.
Yeah.
That's
That
the key
part.
thing. You know what I'm saying? And I know how to manage my money from the people I'm around.
Like, and you could be making 50,000, 60,000 a month and still be like,
Blowing it.
no, and then blow it all, and then you're like, oh shit, I barely have enough until I get my next, however, yeah.
But that's the thing too. Is
No,
discipline. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
People are not disciplined. Like
I think because sometimes you can get so comfortable to the money that way
Yeah.
you're like, well, I know I make it already, so let me just blow it
Blow
all,
it.
but you're not really thinking in the long run, and it just comes back and bites you in the ass.
And that's
because it can only last for so long, figuratively.
And
like,
that's the thing with
yeah.
Los Angeles too. Like a lot of people are so much in the moment about having everything they want right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not thinking 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 7 years from now. Where can I be in this time period? You know, and that's why I think about. I be like, in 5 years from now, where do I want to be? What does Swanzy want to be? What does the brand want to be? You know, how do I save my money right now? How do I manage my money right now? Like, okay,
have
cool.
to come-
You got the money right now, blow it. But in 5 years from now, we'll see who's
yeah.
on top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
that reminds me, you have to come to my mom's. She's having a vision board party April 30th.
Okay.
Which is like, yeah, so the end of April, you have to come. I mean, I don't know if you already have a vision board, but you know when you cut out pictures, like you have
Trust
like
me,
areas
I'm
of
on
your
it.
areas of your life and stuff.
on it.
So
I'm on it.
you definitely have to come. It'll be
I love that.
really
I love
good.
that too because it's like at the end of the day, everything comes to the mind first. You know, it's a
And
visualization.
you
of
have to
Visualize.
see it.
you have to see it, bro. You have to
every
see
day.
it, and then you have to write it down. Like people talk about manifestation and like all that shit, but it's like you have to write it down, and you can manifest stuff, but you have to do the action to
And on
achieve
top
it.
of that, sometimes like okay, like let's say like we have goals at the beginning of the year, but we
Right.
don't really put it on a vision board or
You
we don't
don't.
write it down.
Right.
You'll go to the end of the year and be like, oh, I feel like I did nothing. But then when you go back to what you made a year ago, you'll be like, oh shit.
Right.
You're like, I accomplished so much, whether it's the smallest to the biggest thing. Like, I feel like it just shows you a lot that we don't notice our own growth because we're just every day just going through like every day what's every
And
day,
that's the
yeah.
thing. That's the thing. I preach to a lot of people about consistency, bro. Like that is the number one key to everything. To whatever you want to do, is really the consistency because you could start something, but if you're not consistent with it, you're gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I always tell my mind too. Like if I have a goal, I have a plan, I always tell myself I need to be consistent. I tell myself, hey bro, go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Like you have to just tell yourself to go do it because if you don't do it, it's not gonna come in
Consistency is
fruition. Like it's just not gonna work. You
You
know?
have to say something? You want to add in something, Mama D? I feel like I hear music somewhere, by the way. Yeah, turn that off. Sorry. Where? She has bad hearing now because she's a little older.
Alexa, turn off. We
Fine,
outside.
it's okay. Alexa, we are in the
You know?
podcast.
But they can't hear it. They can't hear
No,
it.
I just
They can't
noticed
hear
it.
They can't hear it on the podcast, but
Oh, okay. Okay, continue. You wanted to say something, though. April can go say. You want to turn it off? Thanks. Go ahead, Mama D.
Oh yeah, when it comes to vision boarding,
Yeah.
you know, it's like people don't really understand manifestation, quantum physics, mindset.
Right.
So people think, oh, vision board, and a lot of people think, oh, okay, well, sounds fun, and okay, like let me show up.
Right.
But me as a mentor and a coach,
Right.
once they show up, I take them to a different level
Right. Okay.
of their mindset
Right.
that they didn't even know existed more than this vision board.
Right,
Like the
right.
vision board is just a tool
Right.
and where we're going and what
Exactly.
we're creating in the energy field. And from there at the vision board party
But it's
is
very vital, though.
No.
Regardless of, like...
It's
like-
huge.
It's the first step in, like, okay, like helping you to get your mind right, you know?
Yeah, mastermind for sure.
yeah,
if
because you
yeah.
figure we have 365 days out of a year. So whether we create it ourselves through our vision board, we put down our goals, you know, and our dreams and what we want to accomplish, or we sit at home with no vision board,
Right.
Yeah.
and you might have a goal or two in your mind every day,
Right.
You forget it.
but
it slips.
but are you truly committed to creating life, or is life just gonna happen to
Yep.
you?
Yep.
Because if you just sit around every day,
Yeah, it's gonna be boring.
no life is gonna happen
pass
no
you
matter
by.
what.
Yeah, no matter what. Yeah.
So you can either create it
right.
or let it happen to you.
Right.
And at the end of the day, which one is supporting you into your greatness?
I mean, if you think about, if you have a goal and you think about that every single day, like, you know what I'm saying? I say I trade on the stock market and I need to wake up 6:30 every day. I know I need to wake up 6:30 every day. Even if I get out of the club at 4, I need to be
Yeah,
up
yeah,
at
it's
6:30
true.
every day. Whether I'm tired or not, I gotta be up. Why? Because I want to make money on the market, right? And so with that being my mindset, I know if I get home at 5, I'm not going to sleep because I gotta be up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about the consistency of doing it every day. Your body gonna wake you up at 6. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I don't even turn my alarm off. I'm up at 6. And I'm just like, because it's in here. You know what I'm saying? I have a goal. I have what I need to make every day. I know where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said discipline is the hardest form of everything because you really have to be disciplined, not just sleeping more hours. You gotta wake up. I be so tired. I be up 6:30 a.m. to 1, but after 1 is over and the market closed, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
You know, I'll sleep till 1 to 5.
You earned it.
You know, I earn my money and at 5 o'clock, let's go get dinner, whatever. I'm starting my day, but
Yeah, it is discipline that differentiates you from like the other people because like and no
Exactly.
one forces you to do it. Like you have to find it in yourself
nobody.
to do it for yourself.
Exactly.
And you're gonna come out rewarded
top.
in the
top.
end.
Yeah.
because a goal can only motivate you so much, but discipline.
But motivation is also
carry you through
only
it.
one thing too. Like you could be motivated. Like I tell everybody, you could be motivated. Like I'm motivated to do something today. I'll do it today, and then tomorrow I'm like I'm not motivated no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's that
But discipline will stick. With
discipline and the consistency, and you got to tell yourself every single day to do those things. You know what I'm saying? Like I told myself, I got to read a chapter or a book every day. You know, I got to wake up and and listen to an hour of podcast every day. I got to learn something new every day. You know, how am I feeding my brain? What am I learning new? You know what I'm saying? How am I going to evolve in the world? How do I want to be in the next 5 years? You know, do I want to have assets? Do I want to have liabilities? What do I want to be? What do I want to be?
You
Like,
want,
what,
you want generational wealth.
yeah,
for your
generational wealth. And it's not even
children.
about me though. It's about, you know, my family. It's about
Take
me.
care of them
And just because I went so outside the box, it's like me doing the impossible
Yeah.
for them to be like, damn, you know, my mom is a nurse, my dad's a nurse, my cousin's a pharmacist.
high risk, high reward.
Hey, that high risk, high reward. So
Those
you gotta.
are really good jobs though.
Those are good
very,
jobs,
Yeah.
and they're well set, right?
Yeah.
But it's like it's not about them though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, yeah,
You
they
chose the
still
path
gonna
that-
support me, but what am I doing for myself? I don't always want to hand out. I don't want.
School always be there. That's
But
always.
one thing I learned about school, and one thing my boy told me about school is like school doesn't teach you anything. It's a good thing, but school, the reason why people go to school is to network. The network in school.
Networking is important.
The network in school, the people you meet in school, because you know I could have
Even
met you. I could have
anywhere.
met you in school, and you could have been like, you know, the biggest marketer or somebody in the world.
Yeah.
But since I knew you in school, I'm like, oh, that's my boy London. Let me hit him
Hit
up
him
on
up.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You're gonna
That's that
remember
connection.
me,
Yeah, of course.
and I'll be like, yo, I need a job for
Yeah,
your
yeah,
company,
boom.
and you might be like, you know what? Since I'm in that
come through.
position, I could help you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But so like. School is not about the education; it's about the people you meet.
Yeah.
Because the people you meet end up becoming one of the biggest, you know, Fortune 500 companies and things like that. So that's what's important in life, you know.
But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to have still good energy. Like I don't
Yeah.
care what position you're in.
Yeah.
If I meet you and you're just like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like bad vibes.
Yeah,
like,
if you don't click, it won't work
snobby,
regardless.
Obnoxious, like blah blah blah. Like I don't care what you do. Like I
Yeah.
never want to talk to you again.
It has to have a. But
Yeah.
you could tell like the people that have the good energy, the people that want to help,
Oh.
the people that.
And then it also goes back to, have you ever had where like let's say like you never know who is who. Like let's say you go out somewhere and you're like, oh, don't talk to me.
Right.
And little do you know though, like let's just say you were just being like a
Right,
bitch or an asshole
right.
for no reason.
Right.
You're in a bad mood. And then little did you know it was like freaking Mark Zuckerberg or whatever. You
Yeah.
know, like yeah.
But that's why you gotta be nice to everybody.
Yeah.
You gotta be cool with everybody.
Everyone, you
Shake
gotta treat 'em the
everybody's
same,
hand.
yeah.
It don't matter because like you know LA people just so about themselves and so about I'm this person, I'm that person. That's why I'm the DJ I am. I get along with so many different people because I could be able to create that environment where people accept me as who I am and people also accept me with my music because it's not even about the music, bro. That's the crazy part. People don't care about the music. People care about the relationship they have with me. That makes the music connect with them.
Yeah.
I
You
was
get what
just
I'm saying?
gonna Tell you that
It's not even about the
you're
music,
so
bro.
genuinely
You know what I'm saying?
nice. Like anytime I've ever came across you,
Yeah.
like I couldn't like not even explain. You're like the nicest person in Hollywood. Like
Yeah.
I kid you not. Like you always have. I don't know. He's just like you're
cool.
a really good person. But
I'm
you're-
cool, like-
no, but even deeper than that, like
Yeah.
you're a good, genuine
Thank you, I
person.
appreciate
and
it.
you Keep it real.
I keep it
You
real.
don't care. Like you're very well known in Hollywood. Like you're
Yeah,
a big
appreciate
DJ.
it. Yeah,
but
thank
no
you.
matter what, like you always say hi. Like you would take care of me. Like if I would like anytime you see us, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're good. You're straight. Blah blah blah. Like I
Yeah.
don't, like you'll never switch up. You never
Ever.
act brand new all for a second
Cause
because you're
for
in a different
what?
crowd.
Cause for what? It's like what is that? That's
And
not getting
what
me nowhere.
I knew like after literally even the last couple times I saw you, I'm like, you know, you text a couple times. I'm like, he's really. I fuck with him.
Yeah.
I was like, I really fuck
And
with him.
that example
Yep.
is what it's like. That connection
Mm-hmm.
and that vibe is when it doesn't even matter if I sucked as a DJ. Like I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Even if I sucked at the DJ, she would be like, he's the best.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you like he the best.
yeah,
Why? Because
yeah.
she
Because
she
it's
knows
a
I'm a
connection.
good person. I got a good heart,
Yeah.
and she connect. I could
But,
play
let's-
the.
but for the record, I ain't never heard of DJ Swanzy said that suck.
You know what I'm
So
saying? But
let's be real. For a
it's
second.
about the network and
Yeah.
it's about the connections that the people like you really like intercept in your life, and everybody I come across with, I be trying to like put on a new different position, help build, especially financially. So because I have so many tools. And I've learned so much, you know, in college with my mentors and what people are taught me that people don't know. Even, you know, I work in a strip club. I was trying to help the strippers out sometimes because, you know, business is key sometimes. But they don't listen because they think like, you know, having the money right there, right now is like the best thing. But like, okay, where you going to be in 5 years? Like, you're not going to be dancing forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be shaking your ass forever.
Dancing can only last.
You know? And we
The
have...
knees.
They're gonna get saved.
Yeah,
in
gonna
their
get
saved.
head by a sugar
And it's like,
daddy.
yeah, like, come on, bro. Like,
I mean,
you...
I've seen some people. It's rare.
It's
but it can
rare.
happen, but
It's rare, but like, do it for yourself.
Bet on yourself
Yeah.
before you
But
bet
it's
on
so
someone
hard
else.
too.
Yes, bet on yourself first, baby girl.
But it's so hard too because people have been fucked over by so many different people. They
Yeah.
don't trust. You know what I'm saying? And like when people meet, I'm like, yo, you could trust me. Like I'm not like just go through the
Yeah.
motion. Give me a month. Be around me. Be, like just see how I move. Like you know what I'm saying? And you could trust me. I'm not even doing it for me. Like because I heard like when you have money and you're like rich and stuff, like the money don't mean nothing if you're not helping people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you're helping people, it makes you feel good about yourself. That's why all the rich people have nonprofit foundations, doing stuff for the
even
world.
Besides that, they could still do nonprofits, and they could be like they could be the richest person ever, but they can be so depressed. That's why so many people have their lives.
Exactly.
Like they're like you would have never guessed. Like Robin Williams. Like there's a handful.
Yeah, like
of
the
people
money,
where-
money is not happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people understand. Like and so many people in LA chasing so much
Yep.
of money. It's
Yeah.
just like, bro, that's not happiness. You gotta really find what you love and what makes you happy. I could be broke as fuck and still be happy and feel like I'm so rich.
I think that it's like
That's the key. 'Cause then once the money comes in,
But the crazy thing, bro,
You already
is
found
the
happiness
money is
without it.
always gonna come.
Yeah.
The crazy thing, one thing I learned is like when people think so much about money, how to get money, it doesn't come. But when you're in your form and doing what you love to do, boom, 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 it just comes,
And
bro.
that's what I love about being anywhere out of the country. That like,
Right.
once again,
Yeah.
like, it circles back to out there. Like it doesn't matter. Like no one, money is like the last thing on everyone's list.
Yeah,
It's like everyone's just so
happy, yeah.
just living life. Like
I mean, it is a
whatever,
tool.
like-
It is a tool. I'm not gonna lie. It is a tool to
I mean,
get. You
don't
know,
wanna be, yeah, but either way though, it's just like it just shows you like you need to find happy. Because then again, if you could be super rich, you could be the richest person in this world. You could be depressed, take your own life. You can be so lonely. You know what I mean? And people only like you for your money. They don't actually like you.
I'm like,
But-
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's the problem too. Because like people with money, they're so used to getting used. They can't trust nobody. They're paranoid. Blah blah blah.
that's why having a good
That's why
circle
they
is,
say-
is key.
exactly,
Yeah, having a good circle
exactly.
is key, and having the right people around you is key because you know you can't really trust nobody when you have money. A lot of
Yeah.
people come around.
It is-
A lot of people want
Even when
handouts.
you don't have money, you can't trust everybody.
Yeah, all of a sudden you got
Yeah,
cousins. and you got,
cousin.
like,
But
But
I
I-
think even when you don't have money, sometimes you can't trust everybody still.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
true. And it's, especially in this city, man. This city is wild. You know, I've seen some wild shit for sure. I've seen some greediness. I've seen some hatred.
There was a
LA just
promoter
is
that
so-
passed away that you.
Oh
you guys
yeah,
were
so
cool with?
the promoter that passed away, his name is Carlos, and it's so crazy because Carlos, when I was in college, man, that was the guy that really gave me like my wings, bro.
He gave you
And
your he gave you your
I was
shot.
doing OHM. I was doing OHM, 18 plus when I was
Ooh,
in
18.
college.
18 up.
I used to call it.
I used to do
What
AOHM,
years
but
was that? I was back there.
Bro,
in
it was like
that was when I
2000
turned 21.
2014, 15. But
Yeah.
I was doing and I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Carlos, he was paying me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say it right now. He was paying me $50 to come from Ventura to like Hollywood to DJ. That's my DJ pay. Listen, yeah, look, we $50, but I used to sell tickets, so I make my money off of the tickets. But bro, it was like long term gratitude of understanding the game, and I didn't understand it because I was a youngin. I wanted to be at the top so bad, but it was him taking me to like slow progress. I was doing shit for Ty Dolla $ign. I did Post Malone, I did Justin Bieber, all that OHM. He was putting me on. We did Chris Brown. We were doing all types of stuff, and it's crazy because the first week in Penthouse, I go to Penthouse. And I see him. I'm like, yo, because we grown so much over the years.
Time's passed.
Yeah, time
so
passed.
much
I'm
has
like, yo,
happened.
Carlos, and we connect. We smoking hookah. He takes me to the bar. We get a drink. You know what I'm saying? I'm connecting. Like, bro, I miss you. He like, yo, we finna get you in here. Like, I seen the work you been doing. Like, you really been with me since the jump. Like, you was a youngin. And so, like, the next week, like, he passed away. And like one of the
Oh, so
guys,
this was Penthouse just a couple of weeks ago.
yeah, like Pound last week.
This was last week.
So this week I went to Penthouse, and I was supposed to call him because my boy was supposed to come. He's his partner. I didn't call him because we get busy and stuff, so I didn't call him. But then the next day, one of the guys I used to work at called me like, "Did you hear the news?" I said, "What news? What are you talking about, bro?" He's like, "Carlos passed away." I'm like, "No, like, bro, I'm finna hang up. Like, don't tell me that." I literally seen, bro. We just went to the bar, and he was managing Penthouse, so he passed away, and I was just like, no way. I knew his wife and stuff too. So,
he was married. Yeah, he had kids.
No, he didn't have kids, but I think he was married. But they went to Greece and all that stuff. He had the best pictures on Instagram.
I seen
yeah,
that
he had the best pictures on Instagram.
You were John.
Yeah, but even with John, like me and John, we did the Globe Theater, and that's when me and John really connected and stuff like that. But like it was all through Carlos, bro, and he really looked at even DJ VIP, Nipsey Hussle's DJ, long live Nipsey Hussle, 3 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
3 years ago today.
Yeah, so he hit me up, and we just found out information, but he touched so many people, and we was gonna do more stuff, but the fact that he passed away was just kind of crazy to me, bro, because it was just like that's the dude. Before I went to Playhouse, I was at and he wasn't
that's just
paying
someone that can vouch for you. You know what I mean? No matter what.
Yeah, he put me in Penthouse, the old Penthouse, on New Year's Eve with YG, and I was the closer. Like, it's just so much, like, it's respect, you know what I'm saying? I love that dude, like, so much. Like, he really put me on to the scene, and, like, now he's seen the growth. He paid me whatever I wanted. He didn't hesitate because he's seen the growth.
I wonder if I worked with him. I worked there like 3 years ago at Penthouse, like at the last, like the venue before they closed.
But he wasn't like he would do like one offs, you know what I'm saying? He would like, because he was so good with the owners and stuff, like he know the owner show. He'd do one off. He'd do like New Year's Eve there. He'd do like Labor Day weekend at Playhouse.
Just like
here and there, but he always had, his marketing was good. He knew how to reach out to people, and like he was just a good person, bro. He was a good dude, bro. Like I really had a conversation with him, and it's crazy. Like that's why you think about life is so short sometimes, bro. You have to live in the moment and cherish everybody you have, bro, because at the end of the day, like I just called my parents the other day just to check on them and make sure they're good, you know what I'm saying, because you just never know, bro, what people are going through, like all that stuff. But RIP to Carlos, you know what I'm saying, we love you, we miss you.
Rest in peace,
and that's what motivates me sometimes too, because I be thinking like I gotta get on my fitness, I gotta get on my health, I gotta get on my other stuff, because the older we get, we're in the scene, we're doing so much drinking, hookah, all that type of shit, like
being tippy top.
I need to be in my top best shape, because I don't want to DJ forever, right? At the end of the day, I want to have different assets.
That's what we were gonna ask. We were gonna ask like, when's the time to like hang it up? When's the time to leave the club? I know it's gonna be different for everybody.
Yeah, it's different for everybody. But what I'm saying, like for me, like I told you, I have like my 5-year plans. I want to have assets. I want to have studios. I want to have, because music is forever. So people are always gonna be recording music. Yeah. So I want to get Swanzy Land Studios or something like that. Building LA, the IE where I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I want to build something, houses, Airbnbs, whatever it is. I want to be able to have those type of assets where I can sit back and let the money come in and flow in. You know what I'm saying?
So the DJing is just kind of like until you find a way to, and then you got your monopolization going. You got a whole bunch of different businesses where you can just. The goals for you is just end up sitting back, chilling. Yeah, money's working
and like
for you.
I DJ like 1 or 2 times a week.
Assets
you know what I'm saying?
Come through, big DJ name, Vegas.
Exactly. The more you're not DJing so much, the more that it's
more popping. Exactly, because like I'm only popping out once a month. Exactly. Make it worth it.
Exactly. They're paying you the 5 bands or 10 bands.
You get paid for one DJ session. It's like you DJ'd all month.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's the goal, bro. So, we have big goals over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get into every venue. I'm trying to make, create the relationship with people I need to create with. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a genuine guy. The music speaks for itself. I'm super humble. I don't really brag or tell people, like, I'm going to speak my mind when shit is out of line. Yeah. And that's just how I am as a person, because I feel like I deserved it. I earned it. I worked my way up to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say what I had to say. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because
you've been through, when
I've been through, I know when shit was not rocking. And I just do my own events. So I've been in the scene so long. I understand everything.
It takes a while, because like when you first come in the scene,
you don't know a lot.
things are going over your head. You know
you're
what I
like, what's
mean?
going on?
And then
when I first came to
starts clicking, you're like, hold on, this
Right.
is how it's working.
when I first came to the scene, shout out to Twan, you know what I'm saying? It's Twan, shout out to Molly, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like Twan, I was getting $5 a head. For promoting.
Of
And
course, I remember
I was
those
getting
days, for
$5 a head, but it's like it all those things, bro, like it's just like growth, bro. Because once you learn those things, when you grow out
It's
of it,
a part of the process. It's a part of it.
And that's what people hate. It's a process, bro.
People run away from that. It's a part of the process, and you have to just run through that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once you break through,
you have to fall in love with the process. That's the quote I like. Fall in love.
Fall in love with,
truly.
and it's hard. It's hard to fall in love with the process because you see your end goal, you see your vision, you want it so bad. But that's the thing, like your mom was talking about, like having the vision boards and looking at it every day and talking about it to yourself and connecting with the people, like right now,
like-minded people who are having at some point like conversations that you don't hear around other people.
And
some people talk about drama, this and that, but then you want to have conversations that you're like up leveling, where you're like, whoa, you're like, this is so different.
100%.
Like, while people I'm around don't talk about this type of thing.
But that's why your circle is so important. I swear to God, like I swear on my life, your circle, like that's the number one thing. Your circle is the number one thing. I promise
people
you.
will say, like, if you want to look at yourself, look at your closest friends, and however they are,
And
that's how you are.
And all my homies is successful, bro. Like, and it's like it's crazy. My homies are successful, and they still want more. And like it's like I met my homies that's successful, that their friends are successful, their grandpas are successful. They have real estate, multi-millionaire real estate tycoons and real estate, like have shit in Vegas, LA, and they still are grinding.
Yeah.
It's like that's not enough. Like, you feel me? Like, but when you see stuff like that, when you go to places like that, when you see houses like that, you're just like, oh, and you're still grinding, bro. Like, you're not done. Like, you're crazy. Like, you don't even need to work, bro. Like, you good.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's what's gonna motivate you, because when you see that, you be like, nah, I want that. You know what I'm saying? And how do you get to that? When you're connected around those type of people, they teach you game. They tell you how to get it. They tell you how to.
Me and my mom call it prosperity dipping. Like, let's say you go to one of your friends' houses, and it's just like a super freaking beautiful. It could look different to everyone. Like a beautiful house, mansion, a beautiful apartment, condo. Like, you go there, and that's prosperity dipping, because like a lot of people won't even be able to step foot. They don't know anyone who even has an apartment, a condo, or whatever it is.
Right.
Like, when you're stepping foot into that, that's prosperity dipping, because you're literally looking with your own eyes. And you're like,
feel what it feels like to be in there.
Bro, it's so different. That feeling.
It's making a little impact.
It's making like a
It's so
the energy kind of goes through.
It's so crazy, because me and my boy, we do the car rental stuff, and we have Rolls Royces, we have Lambos, we have AMG GLEs and stuff like that. But like once you it's crazy, because you could want something and then you step foot in it. And like you feel it, and you're just like, okay, cool, that's what it is.
That's what it is. That's all it was.
That's
we
all it was.
we call it in women coaching program. We always say proximity is power.
Right.
And in my coaching program, I'm coaching with my mentor is like making 100Ks a month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we had one of my sisters, we call one of my sisters in it.
Right.
She made 120K in 1 hour off of a lunch. And I literally was in this, and just I'm new to this group, and I'm just listening.
Right.
And my coach always explains, anything is possible. This is what this corner is for. These women are here for you to calibrate to their level.
Right.
And to know that there is no specific strategy. There's books for 1099 on a strategy that we're all doing. But it's the mindset, the energy, and the frequency that everyone is calibrating up to. So that's huge. Like he said, when you're in that car, you are now vibrating the same exact level of that car.
Like you kind of stand different with those friends. Like, your posture's different. You talk a little different.
It's really different, because it's like, I be in a club, we sell tables and stuff, and like, and how I met those is like, we was African. Izu, Izu, I think Izu.
We love Izu.
Izu is fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Really is, though.
He's a mastermind.
Yeah.
Like, he's a master.
A powerhouse.
He's a different
He
beast.
has such a big heart. Like, he's
He just
really
different.
cares,
He's
like,
different.
He's running for presidency.
Oh, yeah.
He's different.
Like
He's
different.
different. And I met Izu. It's just I feel like a friend, and then we just connected as Africans. But you know, the people around him, the business he holds, like the way he carries out his people, like and meeting all those people and the way he carries himself, all the things he does, it's like, bro, like how are you doing it? So you come to club, he spent so much money, right?
He has so much integrity. That's the word I'm thinking of.
Right. He does so much things, but he also wants. He's not gonna get like I've met with Izu, and he's like, bro, I don't really usually do this for anybody. People gotta pay me for this. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool because you know free game is not free, bro. The people gotta pay for it. You know, and the fact that he would sit down with me and my business partners and tell us one or two things or 3-4 things to help us elevate, it just inspiring because I'm like, bro, I appreciate you, and he comes out with me all the time. His friends comes out with me. I show him love all the time. But it's not even about that. It's about the relationship I have with all of them. Because if Idzu's not around, they know they can hit me.
Hit you.
Exactly. You feel me? They know I'm good with them. You know, whatever business they have, they know I'll support them in that.
I don't
you know.
even remember how I met Izu.
No, he's a great guy. Great guy for sure. Like he's my business partner for sure. You know, we partner on some stuff like you know the Lamborghini stuff, like all those stuff. We partner on that.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we
my
ran it out.
mom's had worked with him recently for one of her sites and.
He's
but,
crazy.
No, but I know because
with the sites. Oh my god,
but he's up there though, you know. So like sometimes he'll be like, yeah, we'll take care of you, and he like sends out some other people, like you know.
Yeah, he's
and then
different.
the other people are like trying to Easy will tell her like, oh, because we're very good friends with him, so he'll say this, and that, like don't worry about this, and then like the people were like, oh, this is blah blah blah, and we're like no, we're like call Izu, and every time, and we're not taking advantage of it. Izu lets us know, and he's like. No, and I'm like, trust me. I'm like, I promise you, Izu will always clear it up.
Yeah, he'll clear it up. He'll clear it up.
No, he
100%.
always does. He's like, no, you're right. He's like, yeah. He's like, no, you're right. He's like, did you hear that? He tells this, yeah.
Yeah, nah. And that's one thing too. I learned like you sit around the room with people and you hear what you talk. So he have internship with people, and the people that come into his business are really trying to really learn and grow, and you know that's how they get the salary jobs and stuff that he could pay them.
Yeah.
And really everything is about experience, and that's one thing he told me too. He said, bro, like I could get in a car accident today and I could go through the insurance and figure everything out to get a payout. But if you get in a car accident today and you don't know what to do, like you'll call me. Yeah. Because I don't know how to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And everything in life is about experience. So if you don't have the experience and somebody does have the experience, they have an upper hand on you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's just life. It's just checks and balances. You have to have the experience to know what to do. If you don't have the experience, you don't know what you're doing.
I remember when I worked at In-N-Out when I was just turned 18.
Right. I
remember I had no experience, and you're like, damn, everyone just knows
you can be
everything
more
I don't.
talented.
But that takes time though. Everything takes time.
Worked there for 5 years.
They're gonna
have their shit down
together. Yeah.
But it's a matter of like, is that person gonna help you out, or is that person just gonna be like, oh, figure it out?
Right.
Oh, why are you fucking up?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's the difference between some people. Yeah.
But there's strategies as the person that's learning that you have to learn as a person that's growing through. That you have to learn that you can't be
selfish.
There's the rules of power. You can't be selfish. You can't try to outshine the person that's better than you. You got to like play the game right as an apprentice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. And you know, Nate would let you know who the boss is. You know what I'm saying? Real quick,
exactly.
like
you
trying to,
sure.
you know. But that's just the thing about coach and teaching and being vulnerable and actually listening, because a lot of people don't listen. A lot of people don't take the time to like sit down and be like, you know what, I'm learning every day. I'm listening. A lot of people think they know it all, and if you want to be the person that knows it all, you're not gonna get it. If you want to be the person
nervous to ask questions,
day in and out, you're going through stuff and you asking questions. You know, that's why one thing I learned with my mentor too, every time I didn't know something, I would always ask him questions.
You got to speak up.
And he would explain everything to me. And like, what does this mean? What does this mean? What LLC? What's a C corporation? What's this?
Because a lot of people sometimes be like, oh, why you ask so many questions? Like, blah, blah, blah. I've always been told that to this day, since I was so young. I'm just always questioning. And some girls will take it the wrong way. And they'll be like, why are you questioning me, girl? And I'm like, oh, I promise you it's not even like that. Like, if you get to know me, She'll be like, why are you I'm like, I'm just so, and even London's like, babe, why are you asking so many questions?
Yeah, you got to, bro.
I've been asking since I was little, though. Like,
you
know why?
got to.
Because I want to know. I want to know why you feel this way. I want to know, like,
why you
them
thought
feels like this,
your
and
whole
why did you do
thinking
this,
process,
and
she
why
wants
did
to
you think
know.
like this? So then you did that. I don't know. It's just so.
Nah,
I
it's
always
just
wanna
it's clear.
know.
It's for
Yeah.
sure clarity, 100%.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
once you have that clarity and you understand what's really going on, you feel good and you understand why the things are happening. And then
Yeah.
when you do understand it, it makes sense to you, and you're not gonna ask the same questions over and over and over.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
It's not even like I'm not like trying to get down to something.
Yeah.
I'm like even my mom. Once you tell people, you're like, no, Jasmine was just like the most questiony girl you'll ever meet. Don't I not ask questions about everything? Like, well, why and who and how?
No,
and
and
how,
yeah,
blah, blah.
because I know sometimes, like something, maybe somebody to do something, maybe that I know
Right.
had ill intentions about something, and my daughter just being inquisitive. Oh, so why'd that happen? Why'd you do that? Why'd you pick that place?
Right.
Or what was
It's
going on?
genuine.
And I know that she doesn't know what really happened.
Right.
And that person's like, well, what are you asking all these questions for? You know,
Right.
like people get paranoid. But
Yeah.
my daughter likes to understand people's whys,
Yeah.
their behaviors,
Yep,
their
yep, yep,
triggers,
yep.
so that she can understand them better. But people aren't used to people caring
Yeah.
or trying to understand what is your story,
Like,
Yeah.
actually
what is your
caring, but-
trigger,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like what caused you to say
That's
that.
what you were saying too.
Yeah.
Like it's more than just like I want to know like I want to know like well
Clarity.
what made you feel that way.
But see,
understand.
when you do ask those type of questions, that's how you get connected.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you connect with
Yeah.
so many different people. And when they truly understand you and your purpose, and they understand their purpose, they'll answer those questions with much more gratitude and be willing
Yeah.
to answer
Yes.
those things and be willing to share those experiences, which will connect you, which will make you draw you guys closer to business, assets,
I've
personalities.
clarified it with
Yeah.
people after. I'm like, this is just how I am. And like you'll see.
You don't have to. The crazy part is you don't have to explain yourself too, because
Yeah, that's
it's,
true.
they should know.
Yeah.
And if they're really like intelligent enough, they should understand that people
trying to
who are
learn.
willing to learn and grow are gonna ask questions. You know, they say in school like always ask questions. No question is
Yeah.
a bad question. You should always ask as many questions. If I was in school, I would ask so many questions. Why
Yeah.
equals M
Yeah.
plus plus B?
Yeah.
Why this and that? Why is that? Why is that? And as a teacher, you would love that because that's your
it's
job
he's
to
actually
teach.
trying to.
And I read in a book
Like-
that a lot of people are scared to this day to ask. Everyone's scared to ask questions.
Nah.
They're
Yeah,
like they
and-
will
and it-
understand
and
it,
it's
and they'll still stay quiet and be like,
And
I
it's
don't
also
ask.
an ego thing too, because it's like you don't want to look like you don't know what the fuck you're talking
It
about.
don't
You know what I mean?
matter,
But,
bro. Like,
but
who
in the
cares?
end
Who
of the day, you're
fucking
shooting
cares?
Your own self in the foot.
Who cares?
By
Because
not
we all don't
speaking
know.
up.
We all don't know
Yeah,
nothing, bro.
yeah,
we all don't
exactly,
know nothing. We're all
exactly.
learning from each other, bro.
We're
We
living
don't
to
know.
the day we die.
Yeah, we don't know nothing,
Yeah.
bro. So people that think like, oh, I'm too good or nothing like that, it doesn't really matter because I really want to know what's in your head, what's in your mind. Because what's in
Yeah.
your how can I be if I want to be like you? How can I be like you? How you learn all these things? Where does this come from? You know how you know all these things that I don't know. You know how come I'm not in the environment that you in? You know what I'm saying? How can I be in the
And
environment
yeah,
that you
and
in?
a lot of people in
Yeah.
position,
So
they
people can take that-
appreciate those
yeah.
questions because
Trust
nobody
me.
asked them that. People,
Because those
just be
people
like, "Oh,
want
that's a
that. They
nice
want
car."
that. They want
That's what
that.
people say.
They
They'll be
want
like,
that.
Oh, those are nice shoes. That's a nice house. But they don't ask like,
They want
how
that,
did
bro.
you acquire that? Or
Exactly.
Like, how did you go about, So they like questions. A lot of them like questions like that.
Yeah, now that's 100%. You know, so that's how I move with life, and not how I move with everything I do. Like, I ask a lot. I'm the person that asks a lot of questions, and if I have any confrontations with anybody.
I feel like me and you are kind of similar vibe. But continue.
But if I have any
confrontation,
conversation, like if I feel any type of way, I'm gonna express it, and I'm gonna say it to your face straight up and straightforward, and why it's not happening and how I feel. Because at the end of the day, if I say how I feel, you gonna feel where I'm coming from, and you gonna hear where I'm coming from, and you gonna feel like, okay, you know what? You might think about it, be like, yo, he's right, he's wrong, but we could talk about it though. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me how you feel, express how you feel, express why it's not going my way, express why this is happening, and I just want to know.
like there's like yeah. Like it's like we're genuinely just so inquisitive. This is like, wait, like what?
Yeah, like I don't get that.
Okay, hold on. Like you're not the do you have what sign are you? When's your birthday?
I'm an Aries.
Aries gang.
And
then I think
fire
we're
sign.
in the new-
That's why we got along so well.
We're
I'm a
in
fire
the
sign.
new moon.
What's your sign?
Leo.
Oh yeah, my best
Fire.
friend's a Leo.
Fire.
My best friend is Leo.
We're in the new moon right now for
Yeah.
Aries.
Yeah.
Which
You're
means
thriving. You're
Which
thriving,
means
King.
right now, bro.
King.
That's
Oh,
your time.
great.
Whatever you got to accomplish, go after it.
It's going
it's
crazy.
a time right now where energies are very high and can be very volatile.
Oh, I
Because
like that
Aries
word.
is such a very
I like that word, volatile.
straightforward, go for the gut sign. So
Yeah.
right now, the new moon in Aries is causing a lot of people confronting people, correct? Confronting people,
Right.
finding out the truth, aggression, and things that people have been holding down are all going to come to surface
out.
during this time period.
Yeah, that's I don't hold nothing back no more. Like I just really say how I feel. Like I don't care. Like however you feel towards me is you. You know what I'm saying? If you have a problem with me, that's internal. Like I don't feel like
But
you
even
know.
if you come out and like you want to be real and say what you want to say, but Aries will always be like, they're never just like making up shit. Like you guys are just real.
I'm gonna tell you what it
dildo.
is, like
raw
100%.
but real. Like you're not gonna like bullshit or try to be like, oh, I want to make up shit.
Nah, never. Like if I have a problem, I'm gonna express it. I'm gonna say it how I feel, and you gonna take it how the energy I possess to you is how you gonna take it. And if you have any type of way, we gonna talk about it. We gonna figure it out. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit down and kiss your ass because I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass. But if we could find a way to like figure it out or balance it out, we gonna balance it out. That's just how I
Do
feel.
you have any Cancer friends? London's a Cancer. I'm just
I don't have no. I feel like I have a lot of girl cancer friends. So.
What's your take on the girl Cancers?
Oh shit.
He's like, let me drink.
They
my
cool.
drink."
They cool.
Oh.
They cool.
They cool.
They cool.
You got, you got a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend?
Nah, I don't got a girl like.
Do you have you had a girlfriend while you were DJing?
Yeah, actually I did. I ain't
What
gonna
was
lie.
that like when you were like going out? And you
It's
had a
cool
girl?
because like it's crazy because the last situation I was in, I'm not even gonna say the name, but the last situation I was in is kind of like I'm like a open book, like you know what I mean, like you know I've been in the scene, like I've been DJing since I was young, so it's like the last situation I was in, I was like, yo, look, I'm in the scene, this is what it is. Girls are gonna come up to me, they're gonna say hi to me. This is my job, but while I'm in my job, I just gotta be in my job. Just understand that this is my job. When I get out of my job, I'm with you. Yeah. You come to the club, I'm with you. Everything, I'm with you. But I think they're just so damaged from their old relationship, so insecure from the old relationship. Like, I didn't even do nothing wrong, but I told her the truth. What time I got home, I texted you when I got home. I'm like, I'm home, I'm here. Like, I did everything I was supposed to do.
You crossed your eyes, you dotted your T's, but it's still
everything, but
reason,
it just didn't line up. And I'm like, you can't be that insecure
Yeah,
about yourself because I literally did everything I needed to do to show you like I'm good. But she was trying to find,
it's tough,
she was
though.
trying to find something that basically was like, this is too good to be true type stuff. And you can't do that with me because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna go out of my way.
appreciate it.
I'm not gonna go out of my way and do all the things that you want me to do and tell you all the things you want me to do, and you still not appreciate the fact that I'm doing those things, and then that's gonna make me do the other thing because you're making me mad now because now you're not appreciating.
She never caught you slipping one
I
time.
didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, she's tripping.
You get what I'm saying? But she was trying to find it.
She was
Like that was her solution to like that was her goal to
searching,
find the
she
fact that like I wasn't shit.
and then
Like
no
that was
way.
her
There's no
motive.
way he
That
could
was
be
her
out there,
motive.
all
There's
these
no
girls-
way like this nigga's so good to me. There's no way like he's doing all these
She
things.
was
There's no
blocking
way.
her blessings.
Exactly, and that's and you know she blocked her blessings. You know,
What
and
sign was she?
Sag.
Mama.
And what is that? What is that? Two fire signs?
Wait, no, even Kirby calls them Sagittarius.
Bro,
Like,
like
Is that
no
two
one
fire
is ever
signs?
like
and
a
like
Sagittarius.
she
to be
understood
honest.
she understood like she really blocked her blessing, but like at the end of the day I was like, damn bro, like I even
Were
did
you in love?
I wasn't in love. I wasn't in love, but I was like I liked her a lot, you know what I'm saying? But it was like more like how you
in
blocking
love.
your blessing, like bro, like I don't know what else I need to do. She would say like, oh,
But
you're
maybe it was good though because I feel like you have to just.
no, that's bad because if I'm doing everything right, you can't block your blessing. Like
No,
I'm really
not
telling you.
that. I'm saying if you weren't in love, then it worked out for the better because like you need to feel it. Like you need to be in love or nothing.
No, but like I wanted, I thought it was a good
You
feeling.
could've fell in love,
Yeah,
maybe?
like it could have got there, but the fact that she's like, oh no, you're fucking this girl that comes up to you and hugs you all the time. Oh my god, why is this girl doing this? Why this girl? I'm like, yo, like I'm telling, like, oh, this girl comes out all the time because she comes and supports me.
Or
I'm like,
was she
Well, you
right?
know what?
Was she
Wait,
sometimes
no, well,
right?
look,
Were
no.
you a
If
bit
you-
flirty?
it
If she
was
never caught
no.
you doing anything, then she was tripping. But if she caught you before,
I didn't even do
then
nothing,
she-
bro.
then
That's the crazy.
You'll never be able to
I didn't
live
even
that
do
down.
nothing. That's the crazy part. Like that's what blew me. I was like, damn, like I really did everything right. And
she
it
was just
just
blocking her blessings. That's it.
she did.
At the end
And
of the
so like when that happened, it was a whole like thing. She was like texting me all the time, like trying to get me back. I was like, it's not gonna work because I'm not like no matter what you got inside you, you're not gonna fix it.
She already showed how she felt about the situation.
Exactly. So it's just like it is what it is. But I mean, it's cool. Like, I learned from that situation. I learned that when I need to be with somebody that's secure about themselves, secure about what I do because the scene is very toxic. I get it, but you gotta be secure about yourself to fuck with me because at the end of the day, I'm about to be in so many different elements. But if I'm being real with you, you gotta accept that I'm being real with you.
But if she at any moment wanted to step out with you at one of your gigs, you say yes. You'd never say like no.
Come on, let's go.
Okay. Because like
I never was like don't come, but it's like it's also was like she was older than me. Like I don't know what it is, but older women always attract me. I was like she turned 30, right? So it was like I'm 26. I was like probably 25, 24 at the time, but she tried to keep up.
Oh, and she knew she was tired. She's like, oh, I wish I was home.
You can't try to keep up. Like
you need to go home
and
and watch
I
Golden
like
Girls.
one of my mentors told me you could be in a relationship and have two separate lives. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. You don't have to keep up with me.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to go to the club with me every time I go
Yeah.
out. Like I could be like, hey, I'm about to go DJ. You know what I'm saying? After I'm the DJing, like I know I DJ at the strip club. I'm not gonna go tonight. I'm just come home, or I'm gonna go to the strip club and I'm gonna come home. Like when I'm coming home. When I'm going out. Where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? All that shit.
I think it's a red. I think that the green flag that you were given was you can pop out at any moment with me and just show up.
Yeah.
Because I've had a friend where someone she was dating, he was like, no, you can't come out tonight. And she's like, no, I want to go. Like, that was like, supposedly they were
weird.
like, pretty involved. And he's like, no. He's like, you can't come tonight. Don't fucking show up.
Yeah,
Don't.
but
that's a red flag.
Yeah, that's a
though.
red flag. But the
Yeah.
thing is, like, if I'm dating somebody, everybody gonna know I'm dating them. You know what I'm saying?
That doesn't stop other girls, believe me.
It don't, but at least it's out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's out there like I'm dating that person. So no matter what, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it makes the girl feel comfortable too. Like I had the girl on my wallpaper.
Yeah.
Like she was my wallpaper, my screensaver. So
That's real.
anytime,
That's official.
every time I had my phone on, she was the girl on my wallpaper.
Yeah.
You're not
So-
putting no numbers in the phone with that.
And that sometimes
But
don't
even
make a
if it-
difference
even
either.
if- even if
a girl saw that, she'd be like, oh, fuck it. So
Hey,
hook up.
It's fine, but it's still you know what it is. But at the end of the day, I tell everybody the decision is mine at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I have to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? The decision is mine at the end of the day. It's not the girls. It's not the girl that put the phone. I have to execute that to go do that. You know what I'm saying? And so I tell all women, I tell all women, like at the end of the day, like no matter what it is, like I can't control other people. Like if other people are like flirting with me, like it's really me for me to cancel that.
Yeah.
Really me for me to ignore that.
Yeah.
It's my action for me to like be like I'm
Yeah.
cool. They're gonna do whatever they want to do. I can't control what other people are gonna do.
That's very true.
But what I can control is what I can
Yeah.
do, and that's what matters.
Do you
right?
miss that person?
It's whatever. Like it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm over it. Like it was good while it lasted, but I'm not gonna dwell on it. Like you know what I'm saying? It could have been something good, but I'm not gonna focus on it. I'm just really focused. Like if something, I'm focused on
your own
myself.
stuff,
yeah.
yeah.
So like if something comes and it's
All right,
really
so let's say you go out to the club, boom, 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 and
Womp, womp, womp.
top 3 club bangers right now at this moment. You got 3 songs in a row that you got to play to shut the club down.
Top 3 song bangers. I mean, okay, I love that record Too Easy with Gunna.
Okay,
know?
too easy.
How does
That
that
shit-
go? Sing it.
Bitch, I wanna and I'm really too easy. You know that song? You know?
what you're talking about.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
So Too Easy. That, but Blue Bucks walking in. That's an LA anthem right now.
That's LA anthem.
So
right
that's
now.
an LA anthem right
Walking
now.
in security, ain't doing no
And
pat
you
downs.
know, there's a new song. It's I think it's called 1K Bitch Part 2 ASME. You gotta
Okay.
look at that shit up.
We're gonna
It's-
have to check that one out.
yeah, it's a
You
new
put
song.
niggas on.
It's
If y'all
1K
hearing
Bitch
this,
Part
if
2 or
y'all
some
hearing
shit.
this, come on.
ASM, it's like ASM the Bopper or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
for all
That's
you
going up-
DJs out there trying to jock the swag, man.
That's
right
going,
there.
That's going up right now. You know what I'm saying? But when I DJ, like I don't really think about music. I just kind of go with the flow
Go with
and
the
how
vibe
that
that's
shit,
going on
how
around
that
you.
shit's going.
That's good. That's better than.
Do you ever peep the crowd and be like, it's
Yeah, I
it's
do,
a
'cause
Hispanic crowd. We can go with some regular.
Like I had to say, like I was at Dragonfly one time and I was like, I was fucking irritated because I was playing everything and nobody was moving. And I talked to my
There
boy.
we go.
I
I was
talked.
gonna ask you, do you ever look like to see if people are responding?
Yeah, I do. And I'm like, I told my friend, like, bro, what's going on? Like, nobody's moving. He's like, you know what? He's like, I think they want to get ratchet. I said, you know what? You right.
I love that. He's like, you know what?
sometimes you know what? When you
No, he was right. He was right.
when shit's not shaking, shit's not moving. Sometimes you gotta get ratchet.
But you know, this how I DJ. I'm gonna tell y'all how I DJ. So how I DJ is when I first come on the set, I play for the ladies. I'm gonna always play for the ladies.
When you come on, it's more like
I'm gonna play for the ladies. I'm gonna play.
Genuine.
No, I'm gonna play for the ladies to dance, like the want hers, you know what I'm saying? All the rich niggas want her. I'm gonna play shake that ass, you know, bounce that back that ass up. Juvenile. So I'm gonna play. So this is how I think. I play for the ladies first to get so lit, so they're dancing. And then at some peak, I switch it to the trap shit. Because at the point of the height of where the ladies are at their peak, and when I bring the trap shit in, the niggas don't care.
Guys just literally will vibe off a girl. They
Exactly.
The girls are moving.
I want the girls to shake their ass so much.
If they're dancing, guys are happy. They're like, oh yeah.
I want you to shake your ass so much that when the trap shit come, it don't even matter. You're shaking ass regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I play. Like no matter what, when I come on the set, I'ma play.
And then when you and then do you close out? Do you close out with like when the club's leaving? It's time to leave.
I'll close out with some Afrobeat, some R&B,
smart.
Keisha Cole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can we talk? Can we cancel? Like all those. You know what I'm saying? Like I will close out with that.
What about some New Edition?
Yeah, all that. I play like I play some what's that one like In Sync. You know what I'm saying? I play some In Sync at the end of the club before.
Bye. You gotta go.
They have another good one.
Not New Edition, but it was In Sync and Backstreet Boys.
Oh yeah, Backstreet Boys. You know,
like I play one song. It's the end of the road. I'm like, hey, thank y'all for coming to the club tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that's Boys to Men.
yeah, Boys to Men. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's not Backstreet Boys. That's
No,
Boys
but
to Men.
Backstreet Boys is the one that's just like
Backstreet Boys is
you are.
Yeah, I play that one.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I want it. Yeah, they was going crazy. But like those are like that's what music moves people to when they're drunk. They want to sing. But it's all like experience and like, you know, obviously you see me like doing Playhouse sets, you see me doing early sets, you see me do mid sets, you see me do.
So, bro, out of all the venues in LA that you've done? Oh shit! Out of all the venues, which one is stamped on you? Like, which one is the one that you're like, this is my place. This is where I go.
I ain't gonna lie too. Like, I just did Hide like a couple weeks ago. I did Hide.
You was fucking with that?
I've gone there so many times before. I've never really enjoyed myself. I've always left very early.
Exactly.
I've never fucked
but
with
the
it.
one time I did it, like the time that I went and I did it, and it was my debut night. It was my first night at High. They actually booked me. Shout out to Jermaine. He booked me there. Bro, like it was everybody was dancing.
It was a good time. It was a good vibe.
And that's what I like. Everybody was dancing.
See, that's what's crazy is, you know, when you talk, I didn't realize since being around DJs care so much about like the energy.
I like the energy
in the place.
Everybody was
that's pretty
dancing.
much what your job relies on is creating the vibe.
I don't care. I don't care about like the bottle shit. I just want everybody. I want people to have, because when people are having a good time, they're gonna spend more money. You know what I'm saying?
You're not a promoter. You're not like, okay, wait, let's help.
I mean, I started out as a promoter. Don't get me wrong. Right now, yeah.
And promoters go hand in hand.
When you're in the club, that's not what you're looking for.
Yeah, fuck no. I want the girl. I care so much about the girls.
Yeah, I want the girls to be happy too.
You're depending like the vibe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I care so much
what
about the girls.
What happens when? Because I've seen so many times where
that's
like,
like
boom,
us having an aux in the
boom,
car.
shoot, look, oh, we have a malfunction. Boom, the music goes out. What do you do?
You gotta just, you know, like,
talk to the crowd.
Yeah, talk to the crowd. You know,
gotta beatbox like.
Yeah, nah, you talk. I talk to the crowd. You try to
having a good time tonight.
Yeah. You gotta talk to the crowd, make some shit funny. You know, start like it happened one time at Liaison, but everything cut out.
What?
Everything cut out, and we had to talk on the mic, and you know, just say some funny shit. Stall the time, you know what I'm saying?
If you left your ex at home, make some noise.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah. Say something like, you know, you got to be a comedian basically for the next 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But
improv.
Yeah, a little improv. But no, it's fun, bro. Like doing that shit is fun, and you know, checking out different venues and networking. That's the biggest thing is like networking, because it's about who you know. You know, you can't get anywhere without who you know, bro.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
It don't matter, like, you know. So at the end of the day, that's why I try to network with as many people as I can. Like I'm going to Houston in 2 weeks, networking over there. I'm going to Arizona and next week after that.
Are you gonna DJ out there? Both those places?
Yeah, I'm going
so
DJing, like all
dope.
DJing, paying for everything, flight, hotel, all that. You know what I'm saying? But that you sit back and you think like, damn, that's what I went out there for. Like I'm really DJing. They pay for all my shit. Like it's lit. But that's what we signed up for, There was one weekend where I was slammed. I was like, damn, bro, I'm tired. I went to Miami, and then after Miami, I went to Arizona and came back to Miami, and then came back to LA. It was crazy. Like, I was like, wow, bro. They were like, bro, you're crazy.
So,
like,
Wait, I want to
you're
ask something real quick.
go ahead.
You've been asking a lot. Okay, I just want to wrap it up because we're over an hour. But
Okay, bet.
I have like some couple random questions.
all right, let's do it.
What is your spirit animal if you had to pick one?
Swan.
Swan and the lion.
Which for
Okay,
sure,
okay.
so lion.
Swan and the lion. King of the jungle, you know what I'm saying?
yes,
African
sir.
boy.
Look at my boy with the plants in the back.
Yeah, African boy, you know what I'm saying?
Jungle vibe.
Yeah.
Would you rather be a vampire, a werewolf, or a warlock?
A vampire.
Damn, that nigga drinking blood.
That means
Yeah. I'm eating niggas
That
alive.
nigga.
Like, you're not playing with me. I'm not one of
No,
them,
yeah,
nigga.
definitely would've picked that one.
I'm finna eat your ass up. Stop playing
I
pause.
was like, should we wait? How long are we now, Abe? Should we
Shit.
like touch on like the Will Smith thing? a little
Oh well,
bit?
let's just get your idea. Who do you think was in the wrong, Chris Rock or Will Smith? We just got to get this out there.
I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, people have emotions, and it's a awards show. Obviously, he's been with Jada for a long period of time, so there's kind of like
They've had a rocky
Jada
relationship.
was in the wrong. Jada, I think, was in the wrong.
Okay.
yeah.
She
I mean,
drove him to that point.
she did. I
Yeah.
mean,
So fucked up.
Yeah,
but
he's
that's
just going
shit. She did, but it's hard as a man to control your emotions, especially what you gonna do? You gonna go home like you didn't do nothing about that? He just cracked a joke on me, like
Why did he not keep
Yeah,
that
Chris
same
Rock.
energy
Chris Rock put Will in a tough position right there.
she did. Because you seen her face. You seen her face,
Because he was laughing. Will was open mouth.
and then she
and
seen
looked
her
over,
face.
and she's sitting
And
there
then
like this.
apparently after she walked out. But what I'm saying is like, why did he not keep that same energy for the guy that was blowing his wife's back out? Like he did not confront.
August, I've seen it.
And there's more than him.
I think you know what
You know what's
I think?
crazy? Because I feel like it's different because when they were talking about it, August, I think Will had accepted August Alsina to like take care of him and like whatever he was going through. So I don't know if Will even knew that was going on. So he found out later. You know what I'm saying? When you find something out later, it's kind of different. You're not going to
No,
slap
I'm
him.
sure.
It's kind of fucked
And
up.
I'm sure Will
It's-
wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care.
I'm
I
sure
feel
Will
like-
wasn't.
But also,
faithful either.
If
it's
you
like-
found out a year late,
I'm
2
sure
years
Will was
later, your
doing
wife
his
was fucking
thing,
someone.
too.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
gonna be hot, but
Yes, you're
also
probably gonna go for him if
when
you saw
you're
him.
when you're talking about somebody who you had kids with, you're in love with, she has a disease and you're making fun of her disease.
So it's not a disease actually, because I was talking with one of our friends earlier.
Alopecia is
No,
not
it's not.
a
It's
disease.
literally anyone. You right now could get it. It's like me. I could get it. She could get it. Abel could get it. You.
Just
it's
a hair-
only when you're stressed out. If you're really under stress in your life, you'll just get like a ball, like
Patches.
So she
Patches
wasn't
fall out
bald.
because you're under stress.
Yeah.
Like, so, and like a little circle will grow, and you're
But that's the
like,
thing
oh.
too. It's a fine line between comedy and that's
Yeah.
the biggest show.
Yeah.
But comedians are known. I'm honestly, I feel like I'm on the other side of everyone.
Yeah.
Where like you go to any comedy show, 'cause
They're
I've
gonna
been
make
to
fun
a
of you,
lot.
They
yeah.
gonna make fun of you.
I could be a random person in the crowd. They'll be like, you, and who's that? You're blah 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 blah. And you fucking blah blah blah.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
just sometimes you just get caught in the crossfire.
But I feel
you
like
know how
I feel
them
like
roast
I ain't gonna
sessions be
lie.
in
This
school?
is my
That's
this is my
comedy.
opinion. This is my opinion. This is my true opinion of it. I think like it was pinned against each other, like on everything. I feel like it was set up. I feel like it was set up. You know what I'm saying? This is Hollywood, and
humiliation ritual.
yeah, like a ritual. It was set up. Everything in Hollywood is fake. So like I feel like it was set up. It was something for us to talk about. It was something for us to go in the media. You know what I'm saying?
Keep us
Because
distracted.
Publicity stunt.
Keep us distracted.
publicity stunt. Because why? It's gonna talk about the Oscars. It's gonna talk about Chris. It's gonna talk about Will.
And then here's
Views,
my other
ratings-
question.
ratings went
What
through the
if
roof.
I'm okay, babe? Too. Listen.
And he never got arrested.
Wait.
Never got
If
arrested.
some
got
fan went up to
arrested.
Chris Rock in the middle of the show and slapped him, he would have
Oh,
got arrested
duh.
in 2.5
Yeah.
seconds.
Wait. This is my other thing. Okay, let's just say that it was YG up there hosting blah blah blah, and YG
Snoop
was
Dogg.
like,
Snoop Dogg.
he's
Like 50 Cent.
No, let's
50
just say,
Cent up
do you
there.
honestly, do you believe if it was YG or
Snoop
God
Dogg.
rest in peace, but if Nipsey was up there, something, you think he would walk up? You think he would have had the audacity to even walk up there? I feel like, do you think he targeted Chris Rock because he's like, yeah, he ain't gonna do shit anyways?
Nah, but I feel like it's
You-
just
so no?
you know, white supremacy, and like, you know, Will Smith is such like a high value like actor, and you know, a lot of people respect him, that you know he could get away with like there's people that could get away with a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? YG not gonna get away with it. Nipsey wouldn't got
No,
get
no,
away
but I'm
with it.
saying if YG not was in Will
You
Smith's
saying if they
position,
made the
if
joke?
YG was like up there on stage and
As
Will
Chris Rock.
Smith.
Oh yeah, he would
Have came up and tried to slap YG across his face. Do you think he would have been a little more scared? Like, oh fuck, YG gonna fuck me
Nah, I
up?
think
I
he
think
would
the
have.
only person he wouldn't. I think if it was like The Rock or something, maybe he wouldn't have went up there and
What
slapped
were you
him.
gonna say though?
I think he would have done it anyways.
Yeah, but if YG
He
or
would have fucked
Nipsey,
up.
He would have later
size
on
him up.
repercussions, but at the end of the day, he would have done it anyways because he's just thinking about his wife and how he disrespected his wife.
Even though he won't, like, I don't know, just like I feel like he was at the end of his straw or the end of his limit, where like
he snapped.
he's been doing. You could tell. I don't know. I just feel like he
snapped.
snapped.
But that also like with their relationship, they've been through so much.
That's what I'm saying.
They've been through so much.
They've been rocky. He was like, "This is the final straw."
Of the country.
He
like,
was thinking like, "This is my time to win."
But you know what?
Oscars,
You know what
my
I think
time to
about that.
shine.
You know what I think about that too. Like marketing is everything.
True. You know they got
That puts so much
Chris
more
Rock's-
name on.
They got pictures together.
We're not
They're-
talking about. We're
they're
talking about
friends.
Will Smith right now.
They're
like
friends.
nobody was talking about Will Smith. Nobody was talking about Will Smith right now.
yeah,
And
that's
Chris
true.
Rock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe in a month or two they might have a movie coming out together, and then what? We're all gonna watch
So
it.
you go back to you believe it's a publicity stunt then, right?
Exactly.
You
So
believe that?
it's really like a Hollywood stunt,
Like a
bro.
little
Like
setup.
at the end of the day,
No, there's been a lot. Janet
Well, that
Jackson's
slap-
titty
that
popping
slap
out
look-
at the Super Bowl.
That slap looked like a
Eminem
acting
and-
slap, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was like, ugh.
Well, I don't know if you guys know. I don't know if you guys know. Chris Rock announced his tour right the day after.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
that's what I'm
earlier.
saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And
Obviously,
then
no,
it
it's fake.
sold out. His
It was
tickets
fake. Yeah, it
tripled
sold out.
from,
Oh
like,
yeah, they went from $80 to $300.
come
his
on now.
tickets.
It's like,
Come
come
on.
on, people, it's fake. Like, it's fake, 1,000%.
come on, man.
His tickets went from $80 a ticket to $300.
Because why? Because people want to see. People want to see what he want to talk about.
Yeah,
Because he's gonna
exactly.
make a joke about it
gotta
and
make a
his
joke
shit.
about
He's like, I want to hear him joke about it.
And look, people are already taking taking pictures of him just out in public, like first sighting of Chris Rock. But
Yeah.
they're
And
selling.
and
they're
you think
selling
about it?
pictures
And
of the
even
first.
Lana said he was kind of irrelevant. He kind of was like, ugh.
He didn't sue. He didn't sue.
Wait, who's that bigger comedian? The one the from Ohio that we love.
Dave Chappelle.
Like he's like more talk. Like Chris Rock is not like Dave Chappelle, right? Like
Imagine
before.
if it was a white host.
Oh, that's what my mom said, Mom.
Whoa.
Like,
if it was
she
a
said,
white,
imagine
if it
white
was,
host.
it wouldn't. He
It
wouldn't
would
have
have
done
been.
it.
Oh, they would have.
He wouldn't have
him
done it.
down. Like I don't
He
know.
wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have done it.
I don't think I can't.
He'd be like, ha,
what
ha,
white,
ha,
what
cool.
white person would have even?
Wait, did you
What
see
white
that
person
he
would have even
laughed
said that
before he
about-
went up there?
He did.
laughed.
He did. But if it was a white person, he wouldn't have done it. Because look, at the end of the day, it's saying like, oh, it's making black people being embarrassing because
Yeah,
we're
it's
like
like
we're
a
embarrassing each other.
humiliation thing.
It's a black on black crime.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be, white people in the back people who are controlling the media and stuff. They're laughing at us because they're like, look at these niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The
Type
Oscars
shit.
is ghetto.
Yeah, the Oscars.
Oscars is officially
this
ghetto.
from
That's what I
London.
said.
Yeah.
Because London's half black. London's like,
Yeah.
is this the BET Award? She's like, you can't bring, quote unquote, guys, this is not me. My boyfriend
This is the
London.
Oscars. What do you?
London said you
Is
can't
this the
bring-
BET Award, boy?
What are you
London
Negroes
said you can't
doing?
bring black people nowhere. This shit got ghetto. He's like, turn it off. That was not me.
That
was-
shit. Was,
my boyfriend's
no,
half black.
like that
Can
shit
you say
pissed
that? I
me
think
off.
so.
I'm like, no,
Nah,
dude,
fact.
come
Nah,
on,
you're not
man.
wrong though. You're not wrong.
Like,
It is.
never in
on.
the 100 years of the freaking.
Oh, and it's not only that, it's over my man's wife's bald head.
Yeah.
Like, that's ghetto.
Like,
Yeah.
not even all
That's
the guys she's
ghetto.
been fucking.
Like, that's ghetto. Like,
Yeah,
But
nah.
that brings me on
hey,
to
your
my
wife,
next-
your wife's bald. Huh? Like, at the Oscars, nigga, stop.
And he won an award. And that's
it-
crazy.
10 minutes later,
Yeah.
appreciate
It
y'all.
was too like planned out. I feel like
That's what I'm saying.
So
That
good.
like y'all gotta understand like that Hollywood does things for a reason. Like I be doing
So
research.
They hired Kris Kardashian
Kris?
Jenner
Oh,
as their because she's the best publicity
she
person
is, though.
Oh, they
ever.
hired
The
her?
Kardashians. No, I'm just saying they must have.
No, that's what I was saying. It's a
She's a
Kardashian
genius.
type stunt.
Yeah,
It's a
she is.
yeah,
Kardashian type stunt.
Kardashians are geniuses
Yeah.
at publicity.
Yeah.
geniuses.
Yeah, no,
I
100%.
got kidnapped and they put me in the closet
Yeah, like,
in
yeah.
Paris and took my ring.
Yeah, and like shit like that, even if shit happens to them, they'll take it and spin it into just a.
And that's how they make
Into,
money,
like,
bro.
yeah.
That's how they
And
make
our
money.
last episode ever,
Yeah.
the Kardashians about to lunch, you guys. Like,
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I do want to bring up though, like regardless of if that was a publicity stunt or not, and then let's say it wasn't, and then on top of what Jada has been up to, like, would you not say that she pretty much like humiliates and embarrasses someone who rides for her so hard?
Right.
At least it hasn't. Maybe his dirty laundry hasn't been aired out, but like I feel like she just does not care. And then my mom said that on her podcast, which is called Red Table.
it's called Red Table, which she goes
That
Facebook
she
Live.
said she's a narcissist. And
she
she's
has
in therapy for
Yeah,
it.
she's admitted it numerous times, and she sits there with this straight face, and she says, "I know I'm a narcissist. Everyone around me, I struggle with this, and I've been in therapy for years in regards to worrying about other people's feelings, which she's like, I really don't care about." She's like, and
That's
my
crazy.
family knows this, and she's like, but I'm in therapy and am in the
Like, I wanna
process
see-
of always
you gotta
working
feel-
on
Do
it.
you feel a little bit bad for Will? Like she just don't give a fuck, and she
Yeah,
just be like, she
I
just
feel
wanna
bad
fuck
for real
with
because
her.
you know the world is talking about him and she's not really.
She embarrasses him every moment she gets.
Yeah, nah,
If
she
the
does.
joke was about him, she'd have been cracking up like.
There's a account that was like, it's been this many days since Jada's brought up Tupac. It was like,
Oh yeah, she's
it
like, oh yeah,
restarts
Tupac would have,
every
Tupac
month.
would have. But I mean, there was an interview where Will was talking about how he despised the love that Tupac and
Yeah,
Jada had.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw
Yeah, he
that.
was
But
jealous.
they were never lovers though. They were best friends.
Whatever,
Stop,
they
were
still
lovers.
fucked. Like
Best
they still
friends,
fucked.
best
His
friends,
dick with him
please.
and her.
They were not
Yeah,
best
but
friend. Tupac, best friend. Hey, you're my best friend. No, he was smashing.
But like that, comparing yourself to somebody like that, where the world kind of like loves Tupac, because he's the icon.
And that's another. That's
And
a
he's
crazy
trying to
thing.
live up.
Is Will Smith, like he's not like Tupac, and that's what we love about him. Like, and that's why he acted out of character. Have you ever known, since all of us were born in our life, to ever see Will Smith even out of the show?
But I
ever
feel like
act like that, though?
Tupac would have acted out of character too.
Yeah,
No,
he
no,
was,
no,
like,
no,
talking
no,
about- He
no.
would have shot. He would have shot Chris Rock right in his
Always
face.
gangster.
Don't talk
No,
about
Nah,
my
Tupac
wife.
was always gangster. But what I'm saying is like Will Smith is now not only you could tell. I don't know. You just tell he's hurt. He's
Nah,
drained.
he's hurt, he drained.
Everybody in the United States is laughing at him. He's a laughing stock. And then on top of that, like,
And laughing stock, he just won an Oscar.
babe, it
That's
doesn't
like the
matter. Your
biggest-
wife is fucking.
It don't matter.
20 August. It's fucking other guys. It's coming out all the time. Like it doesn't matter
They-
what you're
I don't-
doing.
She out
think
here,
he's-
she out
I
here
don't think
going.
No, he even said he was at the end of his rope.
No,
He
I'm,
said
no,
that.
no, no, no.
What he ends up looking like, and ultimately, like,
Dope.
if you really like look at the situation, whether it's publicity or not, there was so much real emotions
was
that
real,
came up
yeah,
in it,
yeah.
and what it really has to do with is he is a victim of emotional abuse
Yeah.
of a narcissist.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause even the way-
she can do anything
tell
she
she
wants
lives for
at
that
any
shit.
time to him.
No, the way he
And
said,
she
Been there,
sits
done that.
How, like,
keep
she
my
has this
wife's
blood
name
smile.
out
Like,
your fucking
and she,
mouth. Like he
she
was
enjoys
yelling.
it. You could tell, like afterwards.
When
she was
that's
like,
the
she
one
was
thing
like-
about narcissists though, they love that shit.
No,
They love that
she's
shit.
She's like 50.
and he has no idea.
Yeah, she
He's
loves that
sitting
shit.
like a little rat, race, chasing her, waiting for the day she's gonna think she's getting over her little whatever
She's not gonna
mood
stop
she's
fucking all these
in.
young guys. She'll
Narcissists,
never.
narcissists love shit like that. I mean, I've dealt with a narcissist before, but
No, and
You know?
and he's a victim of that. And when you are a victim of that, you're stuck in that
Realm.
circle.
you're gonna
of
do you're
drama.
gonna do whatever you need to do to make sure like
To get their approval.
your approval,
To-
your
are you-
partners.
you love me,
Like,
right?
he-
Exactly.
Is it okay?
Exactly.
Am I doing
She
enough
said
for
she had,
you?
like, the whole affair, and mind you, there's pictures of her. Okay, so on Will Smith's page, he always posts every time pictures of her and him together. She has no pictures of Will on her Instagram. None.
But I feel like that shit has an effect on the kids too. Like that shit is so
But
crazy.
they're grown. I told London too. London's like, well, they're grown. They probably have their own life going on. But I'm sure, like, subconsciously,
Yeah, subconsciously.
it ends up coming out in some way or another later on.
has
in
to.
their life. Yeah.
But they grew up in what we didn't see. So as a child, if you're seeing your mom running all over your dad crying, your dad like, "Are you okay?
Like,
Do you
can
need
imagine
anything?"
that?
Like
My
literally
dad was
running
just, like,
circles.
so masculine, you know.
Yeah.
So like
Your dad's a
and he's the
narcissist.
only one that can make my mom actually be like, oh.
Your dad was Jada.
No, her dad is a narcissist.
He's the
That's why I
only-
can
yeah.
speak about
Yeah.
surviving
Yeah.
a narcissist
Yeah,
relationship.
no, I feel you. I can relate.
Could you not? Did you feel like Will Loki? Like he looked like he's
He
been going,
defeated.
You do you
He
ever
looked
feel for him?
defeated.
You're like my guy Will.
He
like,
looked
just
defeated.
Leave her, dude.
He looked
Like, just
defeated. He
leave
looked
her.
like he looked defeated. He looks like
He wish he was slapping Jada.
he looks defeated. Everything
He's
I
sick
feel like
and
he feels
tired.
like
He's sick and
everything he
tired.
does is not enough. You know what I'm saying?
And
That's-
he's Will Smith.
And it never
at
will
that.
be. Not for her. It will never be.
Yeah.
I said Will probably should just move on. Get him
That's what my dad
single.
said, like, you're
single-
Will Smith. Like,
single
why?
Will.
You need to
know,
get
go-
you a
But-
little
but then it leads
25-year-old.
back to, like, when you're in a toxic,
abusive relationship.
You don't know how to get out of
You don't know
it.
how to get out.
You're
You
a
don't know how to-
victim.
You're
yeah.
like a
Trust me,
cycle,
and you know, dealing with a narcissist, you don't know how to get out until you
No,
like
you're
get out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Until you
Then
get
it-
out,
then
because
it-
you
you're
realize
like,
you
oh,
realize
God,
later, like,
yeah.
whoa,
Like,
like
what was
Like
I
Stockholm
was that
syndrome,
on? Like,
Stockholm
I feel
syndrome,
you,
like
trust
when you
me.
get kidnapped and then all of a sudden you're okay and you're like in love with your
Kidnapper.
yeah, and you're like it's like almost like a mental thing where you're like
Yeah.
oh this is okay oh blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, they
blah.
don't know how to get out. They don't know how to get a hold of themselves. They just like lost in like kind of like the realm of like everything that's going on with their life, and they think it's okay to be in that situation because that's the only person that's gonna save them. And it's like in reality that's not. But
There's support
sheesh.
groups.
Yeah, there's support
A
groups,
narcissist
places you
or
can get help if
people
you're
who
dealing with a
are-
narcissist,
of
someone that doesn't give a fuck about your
domestic-
feelings.
But
or
you know if
emotional
you're
abuse.
dealing with a narcissist, you're never gonna know until you're out of it.
Yeah, then you'll realize
what?
like, you know what? That she was a
100%.
straight
You're
narcissist.
never gonna know until you're out of it because they will manipulate the fuck
Yeah, they'll
Okay.
hide it.
you
They'll-
every single day to make you feel like you ain't shit and make you feel like you don't love them and make you do everything you want in their power, but in the end, they don't give a fuck about you.
That part.
That's good.
And we'll leave it at that.
So you-
Come on, man, DJ Swanzy, I'm checked
Bam.
I
in.
want to mention one little thing.
Oh,
I
go
promise
ahead,
it'll be
go ahead.
quick. Okay, so speaking on like how Will Smith, that's not. Have you guys ever known Will Smith to ever do something like that, right?
Nah,
Correct.
So like, was that
Fresh
not
Prince of
him?
Bel Air.
Was that not him? Yeah, being like out, like 1,000% out of his character. Like
Yeah.
he probably was like, oh, I've never even done that. Like
He
blah,
probably
blah,
didn't
blah.
even realize it till after the fact. That's the crazy
So
part. What
that-
I'm talking
so do
about,
you
like,
guys
He's probably just
after
now,
the
he's probably
fact.
just now hitting
So
him
do
like,
you
damn,
recognize that
I can't
that
believe I
was-
just
that
I walked.
was Jada spinning his mind, mind fucking.
That's-
him and
that's
being, like,
narcissistic
being toxic
behavior.
and fucking
Like-
crazy. He was laughing.
Yeah,
And
that's
then all of a
narcissistic.
sudden He, was like,
He
oh,
knew he had to do something to make her
Because of
feel
her.
some
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of way.
that- it was completely-
And after he did it, he probably realized that was the worst thing he could have done.
Yeah.
And now he's probably thinking
and
he
looks
apologized.
more stupid than ever. Like
They
fuck-
coulda- they
fuck
coulda-
August up. Why have you not?
He
fucked
could
August
have.
up
They
sooner?
could have
But-
made a couple million each on Triller in a little boxing match.
And then my tipping off of that for you guys and Mama D, because I like a story that you shared earlier. Have you ever, everyone here, have you ever been with someone like that made you just like reach so far out of character?
Yep.
No, like you, like if you think back or in that moment, you're like, I'm losing my goddamn fucking mind. Like love, it was
Yeah,
love or whatever you
100%.
thought it was, or lust made you so insane where you didn't even recognize yourself. Like, I'm acting like a fucking madman, a mad woman. I want to kill you. Like, or whatever the case was. Like,
No,
I'm
100%.
fucking- I've never done anything like this in my life. And right here I am doing something. And like, why am I doing this?
Nah, like I've been in a situation where people didn't even like recognize me and like.
But
like,
was it like a relationship? Like
It was a
love, right?
relationship.
Yeah.
It was a relationship. People
They're
didn't.
like, "This is not
People
you."
didn't recognize
You're
me.
different,
I was doing stuff that it wasn't me, and I was
Yeah.
acting out of character. People was like, "Bro, you're acting different. Like you're being like you're like too like And I would take like certain abuse, and I thought it was love, and I would be like, "Damn, that's
What
love."
made you act out of character? Like, what were you doing that was being
Oh
kinda
yeah.
crazy?
So what Jasmine's trying to say is this. So for me, Mama D,
Yeah, this is a
I'm
really good story. She's
peaceful.
like, I never heard about
Yeah.
this.
calm, and loving at all times.
Uh-huh.
No one's ever seen me lay a hand on nobody. No one's ever seen me like.
Well, I have with my dad. There's some people. There's
Well, hold
only
on.
some-
That's where I'm
okay,
getting.
okay,
Shh, hold on. Okay. But people that know me, I'm peaceful, I'm loving, and I'm calm. I'm one to walk away first and literally just ignore and just move on, period. But so she's asking, have I ever been out of character? Yes, there was times in my 20s when I was married to her father, and
He's the only
we
guy that
like
can bring that
literally,
out.
I was pregnant with our second child, 6 months pregnant, caught him with another girl, and literally showed up, and like, if I would have had a gun, I'm not even joking.
You would shot him.
And it's not even like it. Like to this day, I would have gone to prison for life.
She said it would have been worth it. She to this day said like, and like because of being so fucking madly in love, you're like, I will fucking kill you.
I don't even know if it's madly in love. I think because he was a narcissist, I was so fed up with the fact that I chose to stay with this person and I'm pregnant by this person 8 years later again, and I'm in the same situation. So it's almost like an act of, can we say like self-hatred?
Self-hatred.
I was mad at myself and I acted out of character at the fact that I had to go find you at 6 o'clock in the morning, driving around town pregnant, right? Went home, everything he ever owned, I cut up with scissors into pieces, put them all in hefty bags, had about 30 hefty bags in the back of my car, went to this bitch's place where he was at with her, dropped it all off, and then from there was trying to break in the windows. But the thing
on
is,
top of
that's
that,
out of my character.
You forgot one thing you talked about today. She said, because my dad used to do back in the day, he used to shoot up steroids.
Oh shit.
And she
Oh,
said,
yeah.
like, I wanted, like, no. And I thought she was joking today. This is the first time I've ever heard this, and I'm 27. And she was like, yeah, we were with our other friend and a guy friend of ours for a long time. And she's like, yeah, when Johnny was shooting steroids, I wanted to replace it with...
Rubbing alcohol.
No, because she's like, because I
Bleach.
knew. No, but she literally said...
Rubbing alcohol, being
'cause he
shot
was
in his
inserting.
system.
It's like, you're
We'll
not...
send him to the hospital and kill him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I was like, you're kidding. And she's like...
No, I really
she's like,
wasn't.
I wanted to kill him. And I'm like...
Like I had literally plotted. Like there was a second and a moment where I went from like this loving, caring wife
So,
to
like,
literally that I was like, I'm like,
kill you.
Well,
like
because they say there's a thin line between love and hate.
Yeah.
As
But
much as
I'm
you
not
can
gonna
love,
lie.
as much as you can hate,
Yeah,
you can live
yeah.
like if you're so
100%.
passionately in love, you can fucking passionately hate them.
and
Yeah, no.
I even
It's
told him, I
dangerous.
told him during that time period because
you're
I was
able.
the hookup for the plug for the steroids right at that time. And I remember this was dropped off at my house and he ended up meeting up with them ahead of time, which mind you, I didn't know how they even got it ahead of time. So when he got
Got to
it,
the
I never
plug.
said anything, but in my head, I literally took it as like, okay, that's an act from God. Because
Right.
it wasn't even a question about it.
Yeah, you was gonna
like,
do it.
I was like, this will,
Yeah.
without a doubt, because it's coming from somebody else's plug, nobody's gonna think it's me.
Right.
I'm literally gonna put rubbing alcohol
But
into this little
I
steroid
tell him,
bottle.
I'm like, this is right now I'm like, this is where I get my fucking crazy from. My dad, since the first mind you, my dad the first moment he met my mom was 16, my dad was 20, 21.
Ooh.
He was fucking crazy, not even nothing involved. Like I'm like, this is where I get my
It was a different time in the 90s.
Crazy from.
Different time
And
in the
then
90s.
to
Can't
this
do that
day-
nowadays.
Till this day, because my mom and my dad are still never been married or had more kids, like they're the only people that can bring that crazy out in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's
Yeah,
like,
out of each other. Yeah.
it's like that person that you're like,
Yeah, it's there. It's like that bond that was
Yeah.
created over the years. It's
Yeah.
like it's that trauma. So yeah, but I mean, I
trauma
feel
bond,
like
trauma bond, yeah.
I feel like I never really acted out of character until one time because I always every time
What'd you do?
every time I wanted to act out of character, I always tell myself I'm a black man.
Yeah. I will go to jail. I will go directly to jail.
I always told myself I was black man. I was getting hit. I was getting beat. Like I always told myself I'm a black man. Like you
So
know,
what was
I'm
your
at
one out of
That's a
character?
good way
the
to
one
look at it.
I got out of character because
Your most craziest.
yeah,
life
my like
story.
what I didn't do nothing crazy, but like it's like whoever I was dating at that time, well, we had broke up, but they did something foul with one of my friends, and I had really caught them and face in my eyes, like
Oh,
doing
shit.
shit. So that's when I acted out of character.
What'd you do?
Yeah. That should
You don't have to go into
bring you
details.
out.
I didn't do nothing crazy, but I just spazzed out and
What
I
did
just
you-
kind of like humiliated them like in front of everybody.
How,
And
how did you humiliate them?
I just kind of like, you know, because first of all, I was like 24, 25. They're older than me. So I was like, this is what you're doing at this age. Like, you need to figure out your life out. You need to
You just let her know
like
about
you
herself.
let you know about yourself. Like you know, like I'm like I'm younger and I got more shit going. Like, you know, you work your, like, I was just on that type of time.
Yeah,
you know,
you
I
let
just
them know
let
about
them know
yourself.
about themselves and how shitty of a person they were, and that's just shitty because you like. And the crazy part about that situation is because my friend was already fucking one of their friends. And basically, like, she ended up fucking. She ended
played
up fucking,
herself.
yeah, she played herself, and so she was mad that that one friend didn't take her side because that friend took my side because she knew I did everything in my power to kind of love her and like treat her where she wanted to be treated, and she did that to me. Her friend thought I was fucked up. That was fucking her friend that fucked her. It was bad,
Yeah,
you know.
that sounded like you
So,
got all
she
confused.
played
It was
herself.
bad,
She
but
played
I mean,
herself.
at the end of the day, I take that to heart, and I was just like, you know what, I don't hate that person. At the end of the day, it's all love. At the end of the day, you know, whatever they were going through at that point in time, that's them. You know, I'm never
So
going.
be honest. That was the craziest time you act out of character. Be honest.
Yeah, that was the craziest time. I never acted out of character because I
But
know
for
how
some
to.
people, that's a lot.
I know,
to be
but I
able to,
know
like, go up and
it's crazy because like
speak
that's what I'm
you have
saying.
to
Being
say.
African and being probably African American is different because you know how to control your emotions.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
You know how to calm.
Because me and my
I
mom.
know how to calm myself, bro.
calm.
Me and my
That was the
mom-
only time I acted out of character, bro. I know how to calm myself.
Yeah,
You know, like there was so many things I was going through my mind. I knew if I did, it would be bad.
Yeah.
But I knew how to calm myself. I knew how to compose myself. My mentor,
That's your ancestors
I
coming
always-
through.
yeah, like my
Yeah.
mentor,
Not ours,
my
though.
mentor that used to help me with
Your
a lot of shit.
ascended
He drove
masters.
all the way from Simi Valley to wherever we was at to calm me down because he
Yeah,
knew I
'cause
was gonna
there's
get to a
so much
level.
shit rushing through your brain,
I was,
and,
bro.
like,
I was
you're
gonna
just
get
like,
to a
what the
level where
fuck?
like all my ancestors and my Africanism
No, like
was gonna
that-
come
that
out,
sad,
and that would have been
like-
bad, you know.
All that
And it's
voodoo
like
would have came out real quick.
it was like, and I almost got there, bro. But you know, he came and stopped me, bro. When you have so much anger
This shit can
and
get bad.
everything built up, and you
Yeah.
can't even imagine what's around you, bro, you're gonna do anything,
yeah.
you know.
My mom. Okay, so my grandma, my grandma's mom was born on she was Apache Native American.
Right.
My grandma's mom was born on a reservation, so my
Okay.
grandma was like, and like an Apache. Like I did research on it, like the little book reports and whatnot. Like they're the number one out of every Native American, tribe in the whole state. They're so fucking like bloodthirsty, like
Killers.
angry. No, like for no reason they're like mad, angry, mad.
War,
So-
violence, kill.
War. It was like war and kill, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe it came through later because I don't know. It just always.
But our
came.
ancestors, right? There's a generational
It was
trauma
born
Yeah.
into us,
of
though.
people from every womb of a woman that's ever been born.
Right.
From like whatever time we passed, it's all been handed down until somebody stopped for the healing.
Yeah.
And I think nowadays, in where we're at in society, is like I'm going to be the person to break the generational the trauma of it.
Yeah.
You're going to be the person to say, no, this is not how we react.
Right.
This is where we came from, but this is not how we're going to react.
It's crazy because being able to control your emotions is like the biggest thing.
It's the number one power. Maya Angelou.
Number one power.
Maya Angelou. My mom quoted her that said, what was the Maya
Swear to
Angelou
God.
about unshakable calm? Maya Angelou.
Oh, it was actually Oprah Winfrey. So when Maya Angelou passed, Oprah Winfrey had talked about her legacy, and they said like if you were to like what are your views on Maya Angelou, and she said she
unshakable calm.
she walked with unshakable calm, grace, and fierce. Shoot.
Having calm basically is like
Yeah.
the most power. If
But
someone doesn't come up with-
it's crazy too because like at the end of the day, when somebody's mad at you
and you're calm as fuck, you're
and
like
you're calm and you don't even
react like that. You're like, so
it
it's
hurts
the
even-
energy.
it fucks them
hurts
up.
even worse.
It fucks them up.
You're
It
like,
fucks
worse.
them up.
You ever
Like,
been
be
mad at
mad,
someone and they
yeah.
didn't give a fuck? You were like,
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro, that shit hurts you the worst.
They punch
Like,
you in the air.
yeah,
They
it's
punch
like
you in the
it's
air.
like you wanna,
They instantly
you know,
win.
yeah, they
instantly
win, bro, because it's like
instant win.
if
'Cause
you
they're
getting
unbothered.
that answer makes you feel
Unbothered.
better about yourself, but if that person's not giving you that answer, it makes you like go crazy. It makes you go crazy
It
mentally.
gives you time to react to the situation because when you're mad, you just do the first thing that comes to your head. But
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
calm and you
Yeah.
think about it, you can be
And
like,
even
this is how I'm gonna do-
even
this
with
is
that,
how I'm
even
gonna handle
it's
this.
back and forth, bro. Like at the end of the day, like at the end of the day, like I could be mad at you and I could be wanting to talk to you for closure and you could just not even want to talk to me. But I've reached a point that even if you don't want to give me closure, I've reached a point to be even calm with myself to accept what that is. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm not able to accept what that is, I'm going to really spaz out and try to fight it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm able to be like, okay, cool, London don't want to talk to me right now. I don't know what he's thinking about that, but I'm cool with myself.
Have I ever brought you out of character?
Oh, shit.
A couple times.
Out of character. You like
Can you
Superman, huh?
recognize yourself?
Nah, nothing like that.
Okay, so this was exact quote. So Oprah
I love this
Winfrey-
shit. I love this shit. When we
Oprah
give me some more
Winfrey.
tequila.
When Maya Angelou passed, which I've actually read Maya Angelou's biography,
Okay, that's fire.
was how she grew up with her mom being a slave and the whole everything. It was insane. So I read hers and I've read all her books on poems.
Okay,
So
that's
she has
fire.
a poem called The Caged Bird, which I actually know by heart. Okay.
I love
boom.
that one.
So fast forward, Oprah Winfrey ended up becoming like one of her best friends and talked to
Okay.
her. But as she passed, they asked Oprah Winfrey, like,
What do you
what
like
are your
about her?
views on Maya Angelou? She said she walked the world with unshakable calm.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Now,
deep.
mind you, this woman was brought up in a time
Those
period
two words,
where
unshakable calm,
That's
is
crazy.
because nobody can keep
where
their
she
calm in all
saw
situations.
black men, women, her mom, like people being dragged around in her as a child. She walked the road with unshakable calm, confidence, and fierce grace.
Grace.
Like she was a mountain of grace. Like nothing could move her.
Yeah.
So
And that's
Maya
deep. That's
Angelou,
deep.
like that's why she's a legend.
Yeah, that's deep. Like, if nothing can move you, bro, that's crazy. Like, if anything can't move you, bro, that's crazy. Like, anybody could do anything to you and you
And
can't
you're,
move.
yes, you're
That's
like,
like our the kids saying
Unbothered.
10 toes down. Like you're like you're
It
firm
would
on the
shake.
ground.
Like, if somebody did some fucked up shit to you and it didn't move you, bro, that person would feel it.
They'll feel
You
it.
get what I'm
They'll feel
saying?
it.
They'll be like,
it'll
damn.
bounce right off off you
That
and come
energy,
right
like,
back
yeah,
around.
it'd be like, damn, like, what, like this nigga not reacting. Like, people like reactions. You feel me? So once you give
love getting a
when you
rise.
give a reaction to somebody else, that's what makes them feel good. But when you don't give them no reaction, that's just like
You
what I
win.
do? You win.
Demons hate light.
Exactly.
So when demons start spewing at you and you just spread light, they actually will run away.
Yeah.
They will stop and run away.
I do want to say that I want to wrap it up at this because I know we're like almost probably like an hour and a half.
We going crazy right now.
Hey!
Number one podcast in the city, Fresh to Show. What up?
We have the spirit coming through.
Hey, come on, man. I came here with some jams, man.
Keep it up, tap in, check
Yeah.
in, follow Swanzy's page.
My boy London.
Website,
Yeah.
um,
Check me out, man.
and then they can book you for like private events too, right?
Private event. I do
Go to the website.
weddings. I do all types of different
Clothing,
things.
yeah,
everything.
everything.
Instagram,
Yeah.
all
Thank
that
you
up
for
there.
tuning in.
And if you need promotion, Jasmine will put your sponsorship on here.
Yes. If you want, I'm always accepting sponsors. I
Yes.
can shout you out on
Tap
here.
in.
And my social media have like 1.1
Your
million
product.
followers.
Your product here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, send to your